alive. What am I this? There it goes. Just making sure. Happy Friday.
Mute that.
Well, I want to make sure I hear us.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. All right. Happy Friday. Or Friday.
Hey, yo.
How's everyone doing tonight? Are you excited it's Friday?
Yes, very, very.
Do you have any weekend plans?
You're looking at it. And then I got to work tomorrow.
Well, right. And then let's go ahead. Who are we? Who are they watching?
Hey, yo. Welcome to the wonderful world of HungryHeath. I am not a classically trained chef. What I am is a self-taught home cook. I've studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my wife, the sensational Shelly Eats Steak, a.k.a. the Warden. To get what you're watching right now, the Friday Night Feast. Tonight's a little bit different. We're doing a little budget shopping, budget haul kind of like.
Budget
Sweep
haul.
the kitchen too. We got quite a bit going on right here. I feel a little claustrophobic. I got too much going on. We still got the main entree in the fridge still. We need to get on that next. But I'm gloved up because I just cored all of my jalapenos. We sliced them in half. I cored them all. We got, about a half of an onion diced. Then all the innards from the jalapeno in here. Don't give me that ugly look. Because I know I've seen a lot of people laughing at me about that. Tell me, oh, why don't you just throw that stuff away? Well, my thing is, if you take and slice the jalapeno, you're going to eat the whole thing. So why is it now all of a sudden taboo to eat the innards? Either way, you're going to eat it, So why don't we put it to use? Why waste it? Same thing with my mushrooms. We're fixing to stuff the mushrooms. So I take the stems, we slice that up and put it in with the vegetables too. So that way nothing goes to waste. This is really, truly what I call budget conscious. Why waste food? Started slicing up some sweet potatoes, and then I'm gonna start slicing filling these while I'm gloved up. Then I'm gonna switch over and start slicing up some bacon to add to my pan. Okay, let me ask you this then: did I just mess up? If we're gonna add the bacon and cook it in the bacon grease, do we even need the butter?
We might.
Okay, that's why I have it out too. So while she's dicing my sweet potatoes for me, I'm gonna start stuffing these jalapenos.
Yeah.
With cream cheese.
Ooh, are you gonna top it then with the everything but the bagel seasoning?
I guess we'll need to, although I don't have that out. That's a very good idea, though.
Well, that's okay. You can do it when you go over there.
Right. Yeah, because we're gonna slide all these into the air fryer, along with the chicken I'm fixing to go get out as well, and I'll bring it over here and show you on camera.
Yeah. Well, you get the chicken whenever you get up.
Yeah.
We don't need to.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm
doing.
doing. But now I'm thinking though, if we're putting all of these, we're doing 8 jalapenos slices, and all these mushrooms. Are they even going to fit with the chicken too?
No, you're gonna have to do those first.
Okay.
But maybe not all of the mushrooms. Maybe just a couple each. I don't know how many there are. What are y'all having for dinner? What did you have?
We have 6. That's 3 apiece because they're huge.
Okay.
So yeah, might as well do them all.
All right. Sure. All right, let's say hello. I know Lisa, she's at a party, y'all, but she did sign in earlier and tell everybody hello.
Aww.
What?
That she did that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
She wants me to use the block cheese on the mushrooms. I'm just have it.
Because we only have half a block of cream cheese left, y'all.
Somebody hasn't gone to the store today, or since Tuesday. We haven't gone to the store. If I would have known, I would have got more. I guess I should have done a better inventory.
Carrie's here. Hey, Carrie said, darn it, L Strange beat me to the stream way early. I'm telling you, Carrie, if you want to be first, you got to clock in like at midnight.
Or like yesterday.
Right. And he said, sounds like there will be some foul language tonight. You can't take those birds anywhere.
All right.
I mean, there are all kinds of birds going on. And then he said 672 days of no coffee or caffeine.
I still want to know what's going to happen if he loses count.
I don't know. Island Bunny, hey! Says Hoffaday, how are you doing? Glad to see you again. Sherry's here. Hey,
Hey,
Sharon. She
hey.
said, good evening, all. Hoping your Thanksgiving was blessed.
Yes, it
Well,
was.
thank you. Yeah, we had a really good Thanksgiving. How
I
was
hope yours was.
yours?
Yeah.
And now it's December 1st, y'all.
That's
Today
crazy.
is the 1st.
That's crazy that it's
I'm
already.
just like, right? Is anybody else in shock and awe as I am? Like, cannot believe that it's already the 1st of December. I mean, before we know
1st
it,
of
will
January.
be January.
That's what you're looking forward to, because then that's your birthday month. I don't know why you're in fast forward for that.
Really?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why. I'm just trying to do it one-handed, so that way I keep this knife clean.
You might be able to take some of that out. I don't know if I think you're going to run out, but okay, continue on. But yeah, so I'm excited. It's another wonderful day. Things are going well. So excited to see how everybody else is doing. What are your plans for this month? I mean, Lisa's already got a party on December 1st.
Without us.
I know. How about y'all? Does anyone have any parties that they already have scheduled for this month? And Tracy Cat.
Howdy.
Hi, Shelly Heath and the wonderfully crazy horde. How are you doing, Gary? Lynn? I saw Gary in next. And then Rocky Mountain Girl. Hey, Cindy. She goes, hey, y'all. And Brenda F is here. Hey, Brenda.
Howdy.
And Carrie said, cool stuff. The show is starting. Woo-hoo. And he said, hi, Shelly and Heath. I can hear you all the way in Texas. You know, if I fell, I would go into the water where I am in Texas. That's true. Wow. Did you get a lot of rain yesterday, Carrie? I think it was mostly supposed to be the north side, but I really feel like, because some of the people, like there was even a guy that was going live in Houston, Texas to chase any tornadoes. And they were all saying it was going to be up north here. But I feel like the storm, it really wasn't a bad storm at all. Like we didn't have any thunder.
No, not that I remember anyways.
In fact, we did lose power for like a legit second. Like it was so fast. It was like a blink. But it was long enough for the internet to be like, oh, we got to do a full reboot.
Yeah.
But other than that, like there was like even when I go in the backyard, y'all seen before where I've shown on camera where half the yard is flooded. Yeah, nothing, not even that. And I swear I was hearing all these things all week about, oh, it's going to be crazy storms. Here's where you need to go in your house to hide and everything. And I guess we were just, because they were saying North Houston caught up to Conroe, which is, about 30 minutes north of us. And they were acting like it was going to be like that whole area, like this whole area, just, it was going to be
Noah
Armageddon.
and his ark were coming with it.
Right. It was going to be Armageddon. Yeah, that didn't happen, which is good. I'm not complaining, but it's just funny to me how sometimes these,
well, they have to for ratings.
Right. News, they go a little too crazy, right? And Lynn said, looking extra pretty tonight, Shelly. Hot mama.
Yeah, I'm
saying.
Oh,
Thank you, Lynn. That's so sweet. And Brenda said, I'm amazing. Do love TGIF. I know, right? Me too. And Judy's here. Hey, Judy. She says, hello, everyone. And Rita's here. She said, good evening from cold and wet capital of Washington.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, that's no fun, right? Well, hopefully you are staying warm. I saw your beautiful quilt, so I'm sure that is helping you. And if you're like, what do you mean you saw it? Well, if you join our Facebook group, we also have a chat. So people like to just, hang out in there and chat about different things all the time and share little pictures and stuff. And Carrie said the doctor is in the house since Heath is gloved up, right? Gigi's here. Hey, so good evening, everyone. And Carrie said, I got some meats in the other night from the church. Wow, you are always so blessed by the church. Then today I had a haul of 72 eggs from the church and some ham. I can just focus on meats when I go shop. I mean, sounds like you're doing pretty good there.
All right, boss. What cheese do you want to use?
The cheddar.
All right.
Yeah, not the Parmesan.
Well, go ahead, because I'm jacked up.
Because to me, the Parmigiana is for finishing. There you go.
Well, I was hoping since you had a block and everything, you could slice me off
All
just some.
Let me finish slicing these real quick.
Well, then here, you know what you can do then?
Huh?
Just put them in the this container.
Well, you want to start grabbing them and putting them?
All right.
All right. And then Rick went.
Hey, Joe.
She says, hiya, folks. Happy Friday. Food recycler. Right? Got to make sure. I'm excited about tonight's meal. I mean, we typically don't really eat much chicken at all. But
I found a really good deal on it.
when you get a good deal, you just have to, right?
It's actually the picture y'all saw on the thumbnail. That is actually a screenshot from the Aldi app.
Oh.
That's the actual package I bought. But the package has the half of the logo or whatever covered, and it
Because of the 50
because
off
of the 50
sticker?
off sticker, yeah.
All right, y'all. Let's see here. Let's see my little
Let me
mushroom
get this out
sizes.
of the way.
All
Okay.
right.
The only thing I have to tell you though,
Uh-oh.
you got to pay the tax. You're either gonna give me a little slice, or I'm gonna take this whole slice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now you may proceed.
Do you think that's too big, or do you
No,
like
never
it?
too big.
Never?
That's way too big. No, that's perfect. Y'all tell me, is that too big?
The way it's sticking up.
No, I
Show
like
the
that.
side.
It's like a new stem.
Right? All right. Let's see here. Whew. I think that'll go there.
Well, yeah, that too. I'm gonna say if worse days, cut that in half, throw it in there.
Well, do you want me to cut them?
No, I need to cut that in half and give it to me. Okay, so what we gotta do now, I need to go put these in the air fryer so we can start cutting up the bacon and throw it in the skillet.
Yeah.
But you know what? I can do this in one trip.
I bet you can. Mm-mm-mm. What is y'all's favorite cheese?
Whatever's on sale.
Yeah. Heath has very discerning taste, as you can tell. I am
It's
very
probably
much...
actually a toss up between cheddar and Monterey Jack.
Okay. I would say mine...
And this is what she was talking about, folks. I'm fixing to go season all those peppers and mushrooms with this.
I love a really, really sharp cheddar. I mean, I do love goat cheese, but I used to buy the black wax sharp cheddar, like extra sharp. Like the sharper, the better. I think I prefer kind of a, I wouldn't say bitter cheese, but just a very, very sharp. What's the flavor? Is Matrey in here? She could tell me.
Yeah, because when we do buy it, we always get the sharp, not the mild.
Yeah, I prefer a sharp cheddar. But let's be serious. It's not like I ever turned down a cheese, y'all. And I saw this really neat recipe using brie.
Oh, yes.
And, we might try to recreate that keto style. So we'll see. Now, you said after this, you're going to start on the bacon?
Yes.
And let me
So I'm gloved up, but I want to show them this chicken real quick.
Okay.
Like I said, that sticker in the thumbnail, or the picture in the thumbnail, is the same thing. But see what I mean about the 50% off? I'm going to take the sleeve off of it. That's what it looks like. And then we're going to throw this back in the fridge until we're actually ready to put it in the air fryer, correct? Or you want to leave it sitting out? I know you're supposed to do that with beef. I'm scared of doing it with chicken, though.
No, you're not supposed to with chicken. But I guess it's only, 10 minutes?
Maybe 20.
And then the bacon, whenever
Yeah.
I don't know if you have it.
Yes, it's right there.
Mountain Girl said earlier, weather on my phone said it was raining. I have a black dog, and after being outside in the rain, he had really bad dandruff. Oh, goodness. So you got snow. Oh, Cindy.
You don't want another piece? Or you can cut this one in half for us.
Well, I already took half.
All right.
But yeah, if you want to give me more. Carrie said the Lego block cheese.
You don't want it? You said, give me more. I handed it to her. She says no.
I'm just playing. You can have it all. Brenda said we had pumpkin sausage soup and bratwurst. Jelly. Oh, I love pumpkin sausage soup. Oh, and bratwurst. Patty's here. Hey, Patty. She said, hey, ear hustling while wrapping presents. Look at you on the ball. Here it is, December 1st. You're like, I got to wrap these presents and get it under that tree. Way to go. Carrie said, when I get to January 28th, it'll be 2 years, and then I could start counting again at 1. All right.
I don't know why.
Hey, Shauna.
This got put away.
Oh, she said, hey, I'm here. I am troubleshooting my machine. Oh, that sucks. I hate when that happens. Carrie said, I have resources to help me with the VA and other resources to help with food and such.
Oh, wow.
Well, that is really nice because I know not everybody gets those types of resources. So if you're eligible for that, that's awesome.
You want to do 2 or 3?
Let's just do 3. Why not?
I was just putting that there to hold it while she zips this up for me.
All right.
I just take the whole thing down. And then I'm just going to take and just slice this in there.
Ooh. 22Q Cat said, I just had a big fat burger for dinner. I was just being lazy, but it was good.
Thanks.
You don't have to go all out to have an outstanding dinner, right?
Nope. That's why we're not doing it.
Right. So, and I think a big fat burger sounds good. I love a good burger. In fact, there's one of my Facebook friends posted about some new restaurant in Houston that everybody's raving about. And
these scissors are not good.
Yeah. You know how you sharpen scissors? Anybody know? I know. Does anybody else?
No. Paper?
No. Paper. No. Aluminum foil. You cut aluminum foil with scissors. That's how you sharpen them.
All right.
Isn't that cool? Who all knew that? So, but so anyways, this new restaurant, it's owned by some kind of rapper. I'm not in the rap scene, so I don't know who's who, right? But anyways, and I went looking at the burgers. They're smash burgers, right? And I mean, they look good because if you could do a smash burger right, it should just look all juicy and greasy, and then the cheese is just like oozing off of the burger patties, and he does up to a triple patty. I mean, it looked really good, but then I looked at the prices and I'm like, geez, these are baller prices, and I ain't balling. What?
I'm just making sure I don't have to do anything else with the gloves.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I love a good burger, though. Brenda said, my work holiday party is the 14th with an ugly sweater contest. Oh, that is fun. Oh, fun. Do you already have your sweater picked out?
You just take a picture and put it on a picture of me and put it on there, and you'll be set.
Carrie said, we had rain and more rain. Was in Fort Arthur, Texas, where my church and my pastor said it was like hurricane winds with rain. Oh, wow.
If you really, really want to make really good points with your coworkers, put your boss's face on there.
Wow.
That'd be amazing.
Wow.
Okay, that can go back in the fridge.
Well, you said you were leaving it out for the mozz.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But you want to move the sweet potatoes over here because we'll be adding that.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to do.
What?
I was going to use my gloves to get this out of there.
Oh, well, that's all right.
I just use a spoon.
Wow. Yeah, we did have rain. It just, I guess it just wasn't that bad. So I'm glad everybody was safe. And Shauna said, I'm checking the software for updates. I'm ready to cry, though. Oh, Shauna, I'm sorry. And it's the worst because I know you were going to try to hurry up and do a whole bunch. And so it's like when you're ready to get the things done and then the machine doesn't want to cooperate, right? You're just like Dang it, I had a plan tonight to get these 8 things done, and you're slowing me down, mister.
Right? Why you look at me when you say that?
Why did I assume it's a male? Mmm. Smelling good already. Does anybody else love the smell of bacon? Keto Simple. Hey, Dustin.
Hey,
Good
brother.
evening, y'all. How are you doing? Carrie said, yes, the church that I'm at, the pastor is trying to help me out a lot. And so when we have stuff, he lets me know. I get feed physically and spiritually. Oh, that's so nice.
That's awesome, brother.
Well, that's good. I mean, personally, that's how I feel churches should be. Like, they should be there for their members. So that's good when you hear one is. Carrie said, you need more cheese, Heath. I mean, don't.
You know what, though?
Don't encourage him.
Should we open this right now, or should we wait till we're really necessary for it?
We're going to need it for the chicken.
At the end, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait.
All right. So the bacon's been cooking a couple minutes. So I'm going to add the sweet potato first because these are going to take the longest.
Here, seasoning.
Yeah. So.
Just in case. Here, I just put it there.
Mhm.
Here.
And what we've got, of course, can y'all guess? We've got some Redmonds here. Shocker, shocker, not at all. Not at all. And y'all, I talk about it by warden next week, but I want to put this a heads up for everybody. Redmonds is having tons of gift bundles. Use our link below. That really supports the channel. We really appreciate when you use the link to Redmonds. But go to theirs, get all of the great, these are awesome gifts for Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. So go get those great gift bundles. You know, you have family and friends who are still using that umbrella salt, right? And they don't know the difference. But I'm telling you, when you have a quality salt, you'll be like, why am I eating this umbrella stuff? And you'll start ordering. So get those, give them as stocking stuffers or as a little gift to them, especially the smoked salt. I mean, that just changes everything.
Oh, wow.
Get those. You'll our link will give you 15% off, plus it supports the channel. And I mean, we used to think the same thing. Oh, it's just salt. What does it matter? But once you've had Redmond salt, you're like, I don't need any other salt. So we're just gonna pile that on here. And then what do you got there?
This says McCormick on it, but it's actually my own blend. I'm just reusing the container. This way it's already labeled for me.
Own blend of what, dear?
My own, I'm sorry, an Italian seasoning.
Yeah. So
I'm going to do it liberally.
Yes, please do. Shauna said it should be an easy project. It should be.
And
Just
then,
Jason Keto and more. Hey, Jason, how are you doing?
and then
Say
because
good
I'm
evening, everyone.
a little extra, we're going to do a couple of dashes of the Cooper's Inferno. But you notice this too, babe? I think this is what keeps us safe. Look at the opening on that versus the opening on that.
Right, that's true. But I think you should do a couple more shakes of the Italian.
All right.
There
And then I'm going to go up there and show them what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Sherry said, I'm hoping to find out using my cheese and advent calendar. Ooh, I love that.
See what I mean, folks? See how big those openings are versus how small that is?
Sherry, where did you get your advent calendar? Carrie said, I love blue cheese and Havarti are the ones I like. Ooh, blue cheese is good. Brenda said, I enjoy sharp cheddar, then pepper cheese.
Do me a favor, though. Hand me 2 of those little gloves right there for the chicken. Because sometimes they stick together. That's all I was asking.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's pretty, Shauna.
So the timer just went off on the
Okay.
But then you may just slap it in the oven to hold it warm?
Or do you want to eat on them now while everything else?
Not really, honestly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I guess put them in the oven then.
Or also, let me look at them and make sure they're actually done.
Yeah. Give this probably about 5 minutes to cook before we add the rest.
No. Oh.
Shauna said, could be suggestion, but I'm feeling like some cheese. I mean, why
Now I'm
not?
gonna let it go for a little bit longer.
Okay.
Do me a favor, set your timer.
Okay.
5 minutes.
All right. Timer.
Oh,
There it is.
reason why I say that, this one goes from 0 to 10, so it's kind of hard to dial that in. So it's just easier to
Dial it in.
set it on
Carrie
a
said,
separate
you have
one.
to watch out, Shelly. The sharp cheddar can cut you. I know, it can. Marianne's here. Hey, Marianne. She said, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Rocky Mountain Girl said, I really like Munster and smoked Gouda.
Ooh, that's good too.
Mm-hmm. Carrie said, Radical Geek had President's cheese for Brie. It looked good. I've seen that brand, but I haven't got to watch her cheese video yet. Carrie said the chicken had a shirt on since he pulled off the sleeve.
All right.
22Q Cat said, oh, yes, I love those 50% off red stickers at Aldi. Yes. Like, that's my new addiction is I'm just scouring. I go to the meat section and I'm like, where 50 off, 50 off, 50 off.
But
like,
remember, I did that at HEB the other day too. I sent you pictures of it and you told me if it was a good buy or not.
Right. Yes.
We had like 3 or 4 of them, but there was a lot more in there. And I was like, I don't even mess with it.
Well, but the HEB is only 25.
Yeah. 50 is even better.
Yeah, 50. I mean, those are some good deals. I really enjoy the 50 off stickers. Wall Turkey Buff, hey, welcome back. Said December 1st, I can finally say Merry Christmas, right?
Nice.
Oh, Brenda guessed right. She said aluminum foil. Well, she didn't guess, she knew. Shauna said, okay, say a prayer, cross your fingers, whatever you do, trying again. Oh, I hope you got it. And she said, she knew that. That's awesome. Carrie said, you can also use the bottom of a coffee cup to sharpen knives and scissors. Oh, I did not know that.
Either.
Like, does it matter? Is it porcelain, pottery, glass?
Styrofoam,
right? Rickwin said, dinner tonight was leftover chuck roast, put into a broth for a soup, then throw in some kimchi. Ooh, that sounds good, Joe. The only thing, like, I've been making some soup for my lunch, but I didn't today because it actually got to the 70s here, y'all. So I was like, it's
like the weather's bipolar.
Yeah. Once it's 70 or higher, it's no longer soup weather to me. Like, it needs to be 50s. 60s is kind of pushing it, but I'll still do it in the 60s. But if it's lower than 60, definitely soup weather to me, in my opinion. Carrie said, I have a restaurant that I pass by all the time, and the parking lot is packed. Daddy-O's Burgers. Oh, I haven't heard of that one. Shauna said, I think I'm having a keto break and some meat for dinner. Well, that sounds good.
That sounds really good, actually.
Don't forget the cheese. Rocky Mountain Girl said, got company, got a scoop. Good night,
Good
Cindy.
night.
Shauna said, salami, ham, or pepperoni. Don't know what I grabbed.
Grab one of each.
She said, I'm doing 6 and it's for tomorrow. Oh, wow. Tomorrow. Goodness. Right? Oh, Carrie said he could already smell the bacon.
Oh,
That's
nice.
Awesome. Marianne said, not hungry tonight, so not having dinner. Well, perfect. That's good to listen to your body and go with what you feel, right? Just testing these here.
The only thing is, when I put it in the oven, do you want it on warm or just put it in there?
Just put it in there. Shauna said, has anyone need or want any porking good stuff?
Yes. I always do. I love them.
And then Carrie said, no, he don't cut the cheese.
Huh. Pull my finger and make me stop.
Oh, wow. Shauna said, okay, this sheet cut perfectly. Woo! Oh, Sherry said she sent her daughter to Aldi's. Well, did she find any good deals? Because I'm going to go to Aldi tomorrow morning, and I'm just like crossing fingers that I find some good stuff. Shauna said, wait, did he just say he didn't want to eat? Did you say that, Heath?
No.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I dropped one.
Oh!
Luckily, I caught it in my other hand.
Caden's here. Hey, Caden. Welcome back. Hi, Shelly. Sorry I'm late. Long day to watch the Friday night feast. Well, that sounds comfortable. And we're just getting started, so you're not late at all. Joy TQ Cat said, Shelly, I have to thank you for talking about Mint Mobile last week. I switched and I'm saving a bunch of money now. Wish I'd done it earlier. Thank you so much. Did you use my link? Oh, that's so awesome, Joy TQ Cat. I know, isn't it amazing? If y'all didn't know, so on my Facebook page, I put a link using our referral code, and it's to Mint Mobile. And I'm telling y'all, we were able to keep our same phone numbers. It was real easy to switch. And I mean, the savings are just drastic. It is truly drastic how much cheaper. Like, it makes me almost angry that so all these other companies, the big companies, have basically been drastically overcharging us for how long, and we paid it. Because if Mint Mobile could do it at these prices and pay Ryan Reynolds as their spokesperson, then you know that they are they're able to do that too. I mean, we're not talking just 50% savings. Like mine, I paid monthly. No, I paid 3 months what I used to pay monthly. That's a third of the price by switching.
Looks like it's one giant one, doesn't it?
I think there's 2 in there. Looks like it. Might be even more. All right. Now we're going to add these onions in.
You saw I got you a spoon there too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's also the jalapenos in there.
Oh, okay. I'm going to add a little butter to this, y'all.
You got a knife there too? You need it?
I've got the spatula. Rita said, yes, please. Want to try them badly. Oh, awesome, Rita.
The only thing I found is kind of weird with them, though.
With Pork and Good?
No. Oh, I thought you were talking about Mint Mobile. Well, Shelly can use the same voicemail, but I can't. I can't hit the dial voicemail. I have to call myself and then check it. She doesn't have to on her phone for some reason.
Yeah, and
it's weird.
Honestly, I'm sure it's an easy fix that just requires a simple phone call, but it's not been as big an issue to where we've had to call them yet. Let's put it that way.
Oh no!
What?
One of these bulbs in the laundry room is going out. I have a strobe light in here.
Oh, that's no fun.
I don't know if it's the bulb actually or if it's the fixture.
It's probably the bulb. Ooh, it's smelling so good, y'all. All right. Look at all of that. This could be so good as a side, right? All right. Shauna said, what do you want, Heath? I'm serious.
Well, what are you going to give me? I really like it, honestly.
Uh-huh.
Is a stupid hot.
He does like the stupid hot.
All right, that chicken. There's one giant one and 2 small ones. There's a small, a medium, and a giant one.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like Goldilocks.
All right.
So yeah, I would say the stupid hot, or even the
pizza.
The pizza. He does like the pizza.
But I like any of them, honestly. I haven't had any of theirs. The only thing I don't want is the new ones with the sugar.
Yeah, he doesn't want those. Or even the pork rind crumbs are good too. Like just the plain though, not the flavored.
And then,
but whatever you feel like, honestly.
I don't want to be picky either if it's freebies. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. I don't.
Oh, and we also got a handful of tomatoes.
Renee Sears, great homeowner.
That is so awesome. I
what?
love that
It's
she did that.
Like officially a week in your new house, right? I need all the deets.
Like the address.
Everybody wants to hear how everything's going. Have you seen a ghost yet? She said, I'm here. Happy Friday.
Have she adopted a ghost yet?
Yeah. Driving. So if you say hi or say anything, I need to read. Give me a few. Rita said, cool beans.
Pay attention to the road, lady.
Shauna said, Ryan Reynolds signed me up. A girl, Ryan Reynolds sent me a Christmas card. I mean, it.
Did you show it to him? Or you put it on your wall, didn't you?
Yeah. But so I just got a card from them this week. And as soon as you opened the card, it was Ryan Reynolds in bed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hold your places, y'all. Sit down if you must. He's in bed. And then on the back, it was like, oh, here's just a little something for you. He said something, Ryan Reynolds. And then they included a little ornament that you put together. Isn't that sweet? So I got a little Mint Mobile ornament, and it has Ryan Gosling's face on it. Gosling. Ryan Reynolds' face on it. And it'll be an ornament that I shall cherish for a long time. Marianne said, I'm looking forward to trying out my Ninja Woodfire Grill this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Probably starting with smoked chicken wings.
Oh, yeah. On my way.
Ooh, jalapeno.
Yeah, because that's the problem with
awesome.
doing it here. There's no vent fan.
I know.
It's actually illegal.
It's illegal. The
Yes.
cops are going to come into our house.
Yes.
Is it illegal?
It's against code.
It's against code. I don't think it's illegal.
What I'm saying is, if you did not have a vent fan in your house, you could not sell it.
Oh, right. But we do. Well, that sounds fun. Those Ninja really has some different products.
Yeah, they do.
Caden said, we have AT&T like 20 years, 3 cell numbers, 1 Apple Watch, $250 a month. Girl, we had AT&T for
almost 10.
No, we probably had it for 20 because I had it
before me. I'm saying.
Yeah, but I had it long before you. So yeah, probably 20 because I think maybe even longer because I remember when I got the company discount at my big corporate job that I started in 2003, and I think I had it even before there and just got the code added. But I'm telling you, Caden, look up Mint Mobile. So if you need, I can put the link in the chat.
Yes, you can.
And because I'm telling you that it was a huge savings. Huge savings. Huge. Like, I mean, I was just shocked at how much of a savings.
It's like night and day difference.
Yeah, we pay for both of our phones now $30 a month for 2 phone lines. Not each phone line together. $30.
Now, the only thing that did kind of change with our old plan, we had the free roaming when we were out of town, remember? When we would go, even when we were out overseas.
Oh, the international?
Yeah, international. But we don't travel as much like we used to anymore, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Well, they still offer that.
Yeah.
You just
But
just
it was
like
included though. I thought.
no AT&T International. You paid X. It was $10 a day.
Oh, okay, my bad. Never mind that. I misread. What are you doing?
I'm looking up the Mint Mobile number link.
I
Whatever.
thought you already had it saved though.
Well, not on this computer.
Oh, my bad. That's true.
There you go. Refer now. Copy. Okay. Let me go back. I'm going to put it in the chat. If you want to follow that link, that'll go directly to our referral. And I think, what is the special? Because when I posted on my wall, let's see, what did they get? I'll go back. Because when I posted on my wall, they were running a certain special.
3 months free. Wow.
I have to log back in. Okay. Oh, you get $15 credit when you use my referral link. And it's when you get any 3-month program. So, and that ends December the 11th.
Oh, so you better act now.
Yeah. 22Q Cat said, I don't know if they always do this, but Mint Mobile gave me 3 free months when I bought 3. That made it even cheaper. Made my day. They do various promotions. Like when we signed up, it was you got the 3-month unlimited for the same price as their lowest plan.
Oh,
so it was worth it. Caden said, tell me more about Mint Mobile, please. Husband has to travel for his job some days. He needs his phone to work even in small towns. Well, let's see.
We haven't really traveled since we got it, though.
Yeah.
We both work from home.
But I think
so...
it shows you where all they're active.
Uh-huh. It should, anyways.
Yeah. Let's see here. It says... Yeah, so you can add international roaming. So it still has where you could travel wherever. Okay. Let's see here. Coverage. Maybe that'll be it. So excellent 5G coverage on the map. And I think it's loading. Okay. Oh,
wow.
Yeah, and they're pretty much everywhere on their map. Oops. Why did don't okay, yeah, there we go. The coverage. So the only places where it looks a little sparse, I don't remember exactly where you're at, Caden, but like Nevada and parts of Utah and Idaho and Oregon, they have like gaps. But of course, I don't know where all the mountains are in that area. So that could be part of it. But basically, from all that to the east, it looks pretty like 99% covered. But they have where you can look at their coverage area. But again, we've been really happy with them.
Yeah.
And haven't had, any issues anywhere we've gone. And I know several other people that I've listened to that also have like financial channels, they've all switched. And I know one of them, they're in Illinois, and they travel to an area where it's the what is the ones that have the coach and baggie? What are they again?
Coach and baggie?
The coach and baggie, or coach and horse. Amish.
Oh.
They go to an Amish area and they've never reported any issues with their phones there.
And I would assume that Ryan Reynolds is using Mint also.
Yeah.
And he's traveling.
Right?
If he's not, then that's kind of weird.
Marianne said in her experience, the strobe light means it's the light bulb.
The bulb, okay.
Uh-huh. And Shauna said, just message her, but we'll have to do it after the live then.
Yeah.
22Q Cat said, Ryan Reynolds sent you a card, Shelly. Why, you tramp. I'm just jealous, haha. I know. Like, I'm totally, I showed my work sister and everything. I'm like, when you do this is what Ryan Reynolds gives you. So
Are we going to add this to this, or just the chicken?
Just the chicken.
Okay.
I mean, maybe now that you're part of it, Lynn, you'll get a card too from Ryan Reynolds. Ooh. Radical Geek. Hey, Maitreya, welcome back. And Gary said, I save my cell phone since I have Spectrum. I had to upgrade my phone and got a Motorola, and I found a program to lower the internet. So my internet and phone is reasonable now. Well, that's good,
that's
Terry.
Awesome.
That's awesome. 22Q Cat said, I'm sorry, I totally forgot about using your link, Shelly. That's all right. Oh, here you go. 22Q Cat says,
just order some salt then.
Says Mint Mobile uses Sprint T-Mobile towers if that matters to anyone. Oh, okay. There you go. Brenda S is here. Hey, Brenda. They use T-Mobile towers. So there's, if wherever T-Mobile is, that's where they are. But they do have a coverage map on that website. So when you follow our link, you could look at the coverage area and see wherever you're at, how it looks. Again, we had AT&T, but of course we're in Houston or outside of Houston, and so we're in a big, large city. So of course they're going to hit the big major cities and make sure there's coverage there. This is smelling so good. So
almost.
Oh, okay. Nice.
5 minutes.
And Debbie's here. Hey, Debbie. She said, I'm late. My son got in an accident. Oh, no. And I've been dealing with that for the last 5 hours.
Oh, no.
I read your post earlier. I didn't get a chance to respond, but it wasn't as serious. Wasn't it kind of, was this, no, it was your other child that had the fitter bitter. How was the accident? Is he okay? And my cat had cancer surgery yesterday. So the end of November, beginning of December have not been great.
Oh, sorry.
But how is the little kitty doing, though? Because I was looking for an update on how the surgery went. But, oh, goodness. Oh, Gesundheit. Well, hopefully things will just get better. And 2024 is literally around the corner. Like, I'm just still shocked at how quick it's coming. Let's see if this needs any more butter. Ooh. Oh, they're getting there. It smells so good. So, wow, look at that. I am like caught up on comments. Where's my gold star? So I have a question. For the holidays coming up, what protein do you prefer? Do you do ham, turkey, a roast, a prime rib roast? Like, what is your preferred holiday meat? I'm curious to know. I myself, it tastes so good. I myself prefer a ham. I just love ham. But we will probably do, we have the other half of the rib roast, so we'll probably do that at Christmas again. But I do prefer a ham. Like, I used to make a good ham, but that's because it's my favorite. But it was like drenched in sugar.
You ready for the tomatoes in there?
Well, let's give it. Well, wait. What's the chicken? Is it? You said almost done.
Like
How
3
much?
more minutes.
3 more.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do the tomatoes now. Wow, that's so many tomatoes.
I know, right?
All 5 of them.
I was gonna have them tomorrow at lunch, but let's put them in here instead.
Right. So, and there was something else I was going to ask them. What was it? But we're going to try tomorrow. So I'm going to the grocery stores. What's this for?
You're gonna start on that cheese while I'm playing with the chicken.
Oh.
I gotta choke my chicken while you play with your cheese, while you cut your cheese.
So I am going to get, hopefully, the stuff, I hope on discount, and make the channel member cook-along item for the month of December. I'm thinking we're going to do the December cook-along is going to be, see, I don't want to do it the 23rd. I want it to show me the whole month. That's so weird. It's like not showing the last week of December, but I'm thinking December 30th is when we'll do the cook along for our channel members. So make sure you're part of our channel member and you can join in. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully find the items so I can do that cook along tomorrow, or not do the cook along, but do the recipe, record it and everything, kind of be our test recipe. But I think I have a pretty good idea on how it will be. That's good. All right. Look, everybody's starting to reply. Shauna gave a star. Rickwin said, I like the prime rib roast if I can find a good sale, but plenty of beef in the freezer. Yes. I do too. Okay, so here I'm just cutting with the cheese slicer because I do want these to be a little thin because what we're cutting the mozzarella for, I was listening to Frugal Family say, I'm horrible with these names. But anyways, Emmy, she was saying that she I don't even know where I was going to go with that. Oh, the way she says mozzarella is like an Italian. It's so cute. She said it a couple times today on her video, and she was like, mozzarella. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love it.
See what I mean about one giant one, two little ones.
Okay.
Here, you're going to top the cheese on that for me, please. I'm going to go slide it under the broiler.
I thought that's what we're doing, the marinara.
Sauce, yes.
Oh, those are tiny ones.
That's what I'm saying.
That is hilarious, isn't it? That is hilarious.
Because my idea is we pour the marinara over it, and whatever does is left, we put in that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Brenda S said we have found the. Well, why is it? It's jumping on me. I'm sorry, Brenda. Brenda S said we have found the rib roast on sale for the past few years, so that is my choice, right? It is when you get such a good deal. Oh yeah, really pour it on there. Barely. There you go.
Okay, and then you told me to mix. We'll rinse it out with some water.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
I just brought a bottle of water over here. I don't know if y'all can, if I'm on camera, but I did this because it's just easier than going running back and forth to the sink.
Right.
And then I can sit here and drink that bottle also.
Oh, you added a lot of
I
water.
know.
Yeah, put some over here on these. Yeah, maybe just put it towards the bottom. Yeah, just put it all around the bottom of them.
The whole thing?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Now I can recycle it. And then now you're going to put the cheese on that. Then we're going to slip that under the broiler.
Yeah. Look at this. Y'all, I'm excited. Let's see. Like that. Put like that.
And that's going to work out too, because then that cutting board, I can set it on that when I pull it out.
Yeah.
And then you can hand me a slice.
All right. Oh, there's a little piece here. All right, there you go. And you know what? Maybe dust it with a little bit of the Italian seasoning.
Okay. Where did it go? Huh. Am I the only one that's weird? Thinks it's weird we're fixing to have avocado with Italian?
And I think
how's that?
Looks good. I'm gonna just make sure all my some of these might not be as tender. Well, no, that's tender. Yeah, these are fork tender now. Perfect. So I'm just gonna turn this down.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna pull our
yes.
other peppers and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I gotta rearrange stuff in here.
Because we store stuff in our oven. Anybody else store stuff in their oven? Please tell me we're not the only ones.
That's why we have the oven.
I mean, that's got a little kick to it. Brenda F said lamb rib roast.
That sounds
Girl,
really
I love it. You are like extra. You're like, no, we are fancy in this house. We have lamb rib roast.
Now you're just
Yum.
showing off.
Yum.
Here's your plate.
Oh, thank you. Ooh.
Now you put that cheese up
Yes.
and the cutter.
Yes. Ooh, where am I going to put all this food?
That's what I'm trying to understand too.
Just add this butter here for some more fats. And then the butter could probably be put away.
Okay.
I'm going to rearrange mine. In fact, let me just rub this butter on my mushroom.
On your mushroom?
Yeah, to get it off this tip.
Right on.
Yeah, I could just stack my jalapenos over here.
Uh-huh.
There, now I got room for it all.
The butter, you're done, you said?
Yeah, I'm done. All right, and then, okay. Now, see, I stayed up with comments, but now,
I'll put you to work.
no, now it's going slow with the StreamYard. 1877. Oh, you know what? The spiced apple. Let's do that one instead. Okay, Debbie said, my son did not get hurt. Oh, good. Got to use the coaster.
Or here, look, reach down there. You have a whole thing of koozies.
Oh, that's true. Where's my koozie?
I don't know, honestly. I got the tall boy.
Oh. All right. Hold on. Okay. So my son did not get hurt. Luckily, the car could be fixed, and it wasn't his fault. Oh, good. Oh.
See, this one's mine because it says master.
Well, that's really good because hopefully the other people have insurance and it's covered with that.
Or here, use Kelly's.
Oh, yeah. There. Okay. And then I don't know what we're doing. All right. Well, that's good. And then why did it click off? Oh, it jumped. Okay. And then our cat is doing okay, but the cancer spread, oh no, way more than we thought. So she has staples down the entire side of her body. Well, did they get all of the cancer? Poor baby. Oh,
I want my cheese a
sorry.
little bit burnt, so I'm leaving it in there a little longer.
Okay. Oh, poor baby. Oh, can I get the Redmond smoked salt?
Where's it at?
Over there on the tray by the hot sauce. Yes. Radical Geek said, I have no idea what we are doing at a cabin for a solstice. Ooh, that sounds nice. Where's this cabin at? Like, is it in Ohio? Can't really cook like at home, right? Because you're not going to have all your gadgets. We'll take food with us to reheat. Maybe a meat lasagna. Ooh.
Take your
I don't
Instant
know.
Pot.
Decisions. Like,
Take your Instant Pot.
right? You could take your Instant Pot. Wow, that sounds nice. A cabin sounds really nice. Wow. Okay. 22 Cute Cat says, is that the huge 2-pound block of cheese you got at Kroger for cheap? I missed that sale. I think it was your Kroger haul 2 weeks ago. It was a great haul, like 2 weeks ago, because I think it was like a week before Thanksgiving. But yeah, that block of cheese, $4.99, y'all. And it's like 2-pound block of cheese. The Mott's, the cheddar that I cut up, or he cut up earlier, or I did. I cut it. Yes. $4.99, y'all. I got the limit because I was like, it's $4.99, or maybe I just got 3 blocks, but I was like, $4.99. Yes, I love it. Ooh, that looks good.
Oh, oh, you got it right there.
Yeah.
Okay. This is probably the way then, huh?
Yeah, that's your avocado hat.
Yeah. All right.
Patty said our family get together this year was a boat of Mexican.
Okay. Grab the spatula, the
Okay.
cutting board. I'll pick this up. Can you get it? Yeah. Perfect.
Ooh. All right.
And those two are, yeah, just one and one. Yeah, that all 3 of those are yours. And then give me the big guy.
Here's Shelly. Here's your 2 ounces of chicken.
That's the way you would have it anyways. Especially since you don't like chicken. Or carve you off a part of this one and throw it in your plate
I'm
then.
just playing with you. I do like chicken. It's just not my favorite cut of meat. But wow, that is a big...
Just throw the whole thing on there.
I know.
If I don't eat it, I'll make a good run at it. Oh, look at that cheese. Yes, look at that drip. Yes.
But I think you're going to need to move some of your stuff.
That's fine.
over.
I know, but first I need to move this over.
Yeah, well, hold on. I'm getting all
That's
the
fine. I'll just give it to the dog.
crudité. No, because there's onions in this.
All right.
I know. Here, wait a second. I know. Use my spoon that you gave me. Oops. Ooh. Oh yeah. You gonna start cutting that?
No, I gotta get this out of the way. Divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer, huh? Can you like hold up one side so I can get a little more of the juices? There you go.
Here we going away from you or just good?
This is fine. Just doing this because
It looks kind of dry.
no, it doesn't look dry, but could always use it, right? Okay,
Yeah.
good. That's good, y'all. Okay, let's
Guess I can turn the broiler off now, huh?
right. All right. Let's serve this up. Ooh, and then we got that bacon in there. I mean, because everything can use a little bacon, right? And now I saw another tomato. All right. And then, ooh, since we're dividing and conquering, move all that.
On it, boss.
All right. This is that green onion that I got at Aldi like, I don't know, a month ago. And we're just now using the last one. I think that's a pretty good use.
Right?
Or lasts pretty long. Okay, so Patty was saying our family get together this year was a boat of Mexican, but for the Hubs and I rib roast, if I can find a deal. That sounds good, Patty. Mexican to me does sound like a good option. Now, what would you say is the Mexican options? Like it does, because I know for a lot of Hispanic families, they do tamales for Christmas. So is that what they're saying, is they want tamales, Or are we talking like fajitas? Or what are the
Tacos.
or taco? Ooh, tacos, Christmas tacos. That sounds good. And I'm just cutting this green onion at a dice because I feel like it gives or bias. Which is it? I'm saying it wrong, but
An angle.
yeah. But I just feel like it gives a pretty presentation. All right. And there we go. I mean, there's heat.
Do me a favor and take a couple.
Piece of chicken, y'all.
Take a couple
Like
pictures
huge.
for me, please.
Oh, okay. All right. And Brenda S said, I found ground beef on the markdown shelf last night. $1.99 a pound.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm gonna wash my hands. I got something on them.
Wow. $1.99.
That's awesome.
I said to myself, Shelly would cheer me on this. I got 10 pounds. Yeah. At $1.99, I am right there. I am hooting and hollering going, get it all. 10 pounds for that is amazing. $1.99. Yeah. Heath would have cleared it out. He would have said,
Remember,
there's 40 pounds. We're buying all of it.
Well, we did that one time. There was a sale on bacon. One brand. What was it?
Yeah.
And she's like, do we want to buy them?
Garrison Brother? No, that's a whiskey. It was like it was a sugar-free brand. I feel like it was like Gary. I don't know. But anyway, Garrison Farms?
Maybe.
And they were on that was at Sprouts, a manager special for 99 cents. And Heath was like, we're buying all of it. And I felt kind of bad because I was like, but I want to give somebody else the option. He's like, no, we're somebody else. We're getting them all.
I said, look, Shelly, this company has them marked down. They're in business to sell this product. They don't care if it's I'm buying all of it or if 10 more people come in and buy the rest of it. All they care about is that they're going to make their money.
Well, I wasn't thinking of Sprouts. I was thinking of somebody else might want that opportunity.
Yeah.
When I was listening to Emmy today, she said she went to a regular old Walmart and they had a clearance section. They carry like dry restaurant goods, dry grocery goods. In other words, nothing refrigerated.
Right.
And she found an end cap with all kinds of markdowns. And she says, people were walking by. She's like, look at these prices. Look at these prices. And she's like, because when you find a sale, let other people know.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joy Tiki Cat said, yummy, yummy in that skillet and big dish. I know. We love these plates. Thank you again, Renee.
Yes. Thank you.
Joy Tiki Cat said, not weird, Heath. I have avocados with everything. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm. I started with the jalapeno. But see, me too. Tweet Tiki Cat. I have like an avocado almost with every meal. And watch the Warden Report. You see my avocado. I freaking love it. It's like I crave avocados more than anything. Like I'm like, ooh. Well, I don't know. I also crave my ferments. Like I have to have an avocado. Like I feel like I start taking stock in California and Mexican avocados.
Right. And here, all your stems.
Oh, thank you. And then Rita said meatloaf with ground beef and sage sausage for my dinner tonight. Wow. Good. That sounds really good. And a sage sausage? Mm-mm-mm.
You know what I want to do now? The same blend we did with the sweet potatoes and all that stuff. Do it again with some ground sausage.
Oh, that would be good.
Just do big stir fry of that.
Debbie said, thank you, everyone. It's always scary when your child is in an accident, right?
True story.
He's shaken up and doesn't want to drive for a while. He's only 18. Oh, no, poor guy. Oh, that could be so traumatic when you're so young.
Right.
I was so upset I had to stop for a mocha on the way home, right? A mocha. Or peppermint mocha? Do you like the peppermint? Because I know you're a pumpkin spice lover. Do you like the peppermint? Okay, and it, sometimes when you're that young and you have an accident, it's okay to take a break,
reset,
and then especially since it was not his fault, then he'll have time to, get over it, and then he'll be like, oh no, I want to go out. There's someone I want to impress, right? Shauna said, okay, going better. Have 2 mats going, so quicker too. I might catch up. Woohoo! I also put on a pot of Camino Island. Ooh, how nice, Shauna. That Camino coffee, which I have a link to if anybody's interested in signing up for their subscription, but that is some good coffee. Carrie said, I got a scoop of chicken through the computer screen. It was so good, Shelly and Heath. Well, I am so glad. Wouldn't that be cool if it worked that way?
Right.
And be like, okay, we're doing a pass around. Everybody gets a bite.
What did Emerald always talk about? The smell-o-vision?
Right. Mmm. Oh, that chicken's pretty good.
Right.
Wow. I think that is the secret, though, to chicken, is chicken does best with a marinade.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching a guy, we've watched him before. He does like all of the Tex-Mex and Mexican foods.
Yeah. What was his name? I can't remember now.
But he did one on how to make restaurant-style fajitas, and he said the number one secret is you always marinate fajitas. And he's like, marinate at least 4 hours, preferably overnight. He's like, that's the secret.
Another trick I do is as soon as I get home from the store, I put it in a marinade. Ziploc or a food saver bag and throw it in the freezer. Because that way, even if I'm not going to cook it anytime soon, the day before or day or two beforehand, I'll pull it out, let it thaw. It'll thaw in the marinade. I love doing that.
Ooh, this chicken's good.
I don't know what I like better though. The cream cheese or the cheddar on the mushroom.
Debbie says, them plates look good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it really is. Like a nice dish overall. Nice rounded dish, right? We've got good options on this plate.
And I really think these plates, they remind me of the Mexican restaurants when you do like the mixed dinner or whatever.
Ooh, the cheddar is good in it. Tweety Q Cat said, looks better than anything you could get in a restaurant and will taste better too. Yes, ma'am.
Then somebody's over here gawking at some barbecue restaurant. Want to go there next couple of days?
No. I never said I wanted to go there, and never in the next couple of days.
And tell them exactly why not now after you looked at it.
Yeah, well, I saw that they were like one of the top new barbecue joints by Texas Monthly, and when I saw that it was just like right here, it's in Montgomery, which is about an hour drive from here, I was like, oh, that's cool. I like, let's see who this place is. And I was looking, I was like, yeah, their food looks good. But again, it's barbecue. And I was like, and I had no intentions of getting it anytime soon. He hears what he hears.
Was it an actual building or were they a truck?
No, they have an actual sit down. So I then went to look at their prices because he's like, well, Corkscrew's right around the corner, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I like to venture out. But I was just looking and I looked. They want for their brisket, y'all. Okay, you got to guess. Guess what you think a pound of brisket at this place is. I want to see dollar figures. Tweety Q Cat said, oh, I read that one. And yeah, I agree. That's why we have not eaten out in like 2 months. I don't think we did not eat out in November. And I'm pretty sure we didn't eat out in October. I think the last time was for your birthday in the month of September. And I have not missed it. Have you?
No, not really. And then you're even talking about we're not going to go out for your birthday.
Right.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
I mean, why not? Maitreya said it's at Hocking Hills. We watched the sunrise on solstice. Also, we have all been so high strung and stressed, so we are reducing tech and just reading, playing board games, sitting at the campfire, etc. That sounds so lovely.
That is awesome.
I mean,
Good
what a
on you.
great way to reconnect.
Right.
Right? Because y'all are going to get to reconnect. So it could be romantic too. And yeah, just enjoying being there and then being amongst the nature, go outside. Hopefully the place has where you do like a fire put outside. And you've got those Choc Zero marshmallows. Do those roast well? I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm sure there's stuff you can do around the campfire. That's really nice. It's good to have that time to yourself.
Yeah.
And with those that you love. And
I know her. If she was connected to the internet and like that, she would probably checking emails for work and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
That's real good on you.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be so lovely. Patty said one daughter is bringing enchiladas. Ooh. One is bringing cheese dip.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Well, come on. This annoys me that does this every week. Chips, pork rinds for us, and guacamole.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
I'm making taco fixins, and the Hubs desperately wants tamales. I may make a keto-fied. Well, you know who has some good keto-fied recipes is for tamales is my ketogenic journey.
Yes.
She makes keto-fied tamales every year.
And she's from San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
And she's Hispanic, so I trust hers.
And they look really good.
No.
Mm-hmm.
We've met her several times in person, but I've yet to be able to taste her food.
Oh.
One thing is really cool too. I don't remember if it's the exact same neighborhood or not, but she's it is. Nurse Cindy lives in her neighborhood too.
Yeah, she's a block away from Nurse Cindy, so they hang out all the time.
That's awesome.
So if you follow Nurse Cindy, you would probably see Terry.
Yeah.
And Patty said, tamale pie casserole for
that's smart.
Make him happy, laugh out loud, right?
That's smart. Good way to do that.
Mm.
See, pre-keto, I was always wanting to make homemade tamales, but that's a big job, and none of my family members ever wanted to help, especially this one.
No. Has anybody ever made tamales from scratch?
It's a labor of love.
Yeah. For those that you're making it with, he always tried to, come on, you can do it. I said no, because y'all that know Heath, you know what would happen in that situation.
What?
I'd end up doing 90% of it.
Mm-hmm. I'll help. I just stay out of the way. I did 90% of this cooking.
Who chopped everything?
Me.
You chopped the jalapeno.
I told you chop.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to chop something tonight. Troy TQ Cat said, do you have any of that fudge left you made with the chocolate malt keto chow?
Nope.
Or did you hide it?
Nope. We
ate
hid it in my
all.
belly.
So when we recorded that video that came out on the 30th, we had already been eating on that keto chow fudge for like a week. And so we were like, we got to save some because we're going to run out. And so when we taped it, we finished the rest of it. We ate all of it.
In fact, she's buying some more heavy cream tomorrow when she goes to the store. Batch. I don't know what flavor we're gonna do. I'm thinking the pecan. What is it?
The pecan sticky bun?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm actually putting pecans in it.
We're also supposed to get something tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of want to use it to make that too.
We can do both.
Hint, hint.
All right. Yeah, because she made me go check the mail before we went live to see if it's already here.
But I have to say, he then made we got 2 packets of the malt given to us by Keto Chow. So we made fudge with one, and the other one, he made it into a creamy. Y'all, he started having that.
I just want a bite or two. Then she got about 6 or 7.
Yeah, like I could not stop. And
It's
this
that
was like
good.
Wednesday night, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. It tastes just like a malt.
You know what we need to do? Honestly, I was thinking about it.
Hmm.
That's why I was talking to when I was commented back to Lisa about it. I want to order some, and she's right. We need to work through what we already have because y'all have a tote full, and inside of that tote I have a shopping bag full of nothing but chocolate.
Yeah.
We need to work through what we have, but I really want to order some more of the malt. That literally is my newest favorite flavor.
Until tomorrow.
Oh.
Debbie said, I'm going to Patty's house. That all sounds so
Right?
good. I love Mexican food.
I do too.
Me too. Me too. Like I would show up. Rita
That's
said,
why. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm going to read it.
No.
I was going to say here in Texas, we've always said, or at least Houston, we've always said, you judge this is back before we were keto though. We said we judge a restaurant by their chips and salsa.
Yeah.
Like we would refuse to go to a place that didn't give you free chips and salsa.
I know, right? Rita said, back and wet is the normal for this time of year.
Right.
But rain stinks sometimes, right? Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Only thing that would make this better, honestly,
Oh?
if we had some evil ooze.
Tweet to You Cat said, Shelly has stayed on budget and saving all that money eating at home. You
Yes.
go, girl. Thank you.
And saving disappointment too, because see, all there's been so many times we've gone to restaurants, and afterwards we're like, "What did we just spend our money on this? Why?
Mhm.
They owe us money."
I know. But yeah, I'm enjoying that, and it's definitely helped because, like, I had 2 tax bills. I paid one off yesterday, and so I just have the really big one for this month. So should have it all ready and be able to pay it off. And I'm telling you, a big part of that is because we didn't go out to eat and we really stuck to our budget. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, chewing. Can't talk eating. No, because going back to that budget thing, I was digging around, trying to plan what I was going to do for my lunches next week.
Oh yeah.
And I found where she bought me another discount meat, a whole pack of pork chops. Y'all, she doesn't really like pork chops from the store. For whatever reason, something about them just don't do good for her. She loves ham and bacon, and she'll get pork loin, and we'll make those into chops. That's fine. But like the regular standard pork chop in a package, for whatever reason, it just turns her stomach. So she finds them on sale, and I just make those for my lunches. It's no big deal.
Right.
But I was telling her what we need to do, what I'd like to do anyways. I want to cook because they're real thin. I think they'll cook better on the Blackstone. I do them all at once. I want to find another meal that we need to cook on the Blackstone at the same time so I can just do everything all at once.
Right.
So I think that's being budget conscious there too.
Right.
And time conscious. I should not do one cook. Maybe that's just me being lazy. But
Matre said Pinche Nancy has good keto tamales.
Oh,
I haven't heard of her. And then Maitreya said, yes, I have made tamales from scratch.
it's a lot of work, isn't it?
And Patty said, I have helped a friend make tamales before. Too much work for this girl.
That's what everybody told me.
That's what I am saying. Yeah, as soon as he would tell like his family, they'd be like, nah, we'll eat them. We ain't gonna help.
Hey, I was like, come over for the holidays. We're gonna do this. Like, oh, we're busy. We're going to so-and-so's family instead. I was like, man, I love y'all too. Deserters.
Right? Oh, wow. Debbie says she makes tamales from scratch every year.
Wow.
Red pork ones and tamales dolce with the raisins, pineapple, etc. for my husband.
Wow.
Ooh, that sounds good. Yeah, that sounds really good. Okay, we're all going to Debbie's now. We're gonna start with course 1 at Patty's, and then we're gonna head to Debbie's for the tamales.
Have fork will travel.
Caden said, Heath, you better be quiet or get your affairs in order. Renee, have you made it home yet? Or are you shopping at the head? Rita said, I've made tamales from scratch exactly one time. So much work. That is hilarious. One time you were like, you got into it, and then you were like, what the halfway through, you're like, never ever again, right?
Y'all be crazy. Oh my goodness.
And I know he would have, be all into it. And that's what would happen.
I get about 3 or 4 of them, and they're like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, he would say, this is too much. I can't. And then guess what? We would have all this stuff, and I'd be like, no. And then we'd have a huge fight because I'd make him do it. And they'd be like, why don't you just do it? And then he'd be like, why did I do this? Can't believe I wanted to do this. Why didn't you stop me?
Talk me out of it. Tell me no. Mm-hmm. Tell me I'm not allowed to.
Right.
You don't let me do nothing.
Rickwood said, Juan, Reza, and Santiago always have a family day where they make enchiladas and tamales for Christmas dinner. So good. One time I'll come off keto to enjoy. That sounds good.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. You did everything but lick your plate. Which if we weren't on camera, he'd probably do that.
No.
Well, you had a huge piece of chicken.
Where? I'll see it.
That's why I said had, past tense. I'm still working on my little scraps here. Shada said, I may have spoken too soon. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. I just got cheese on it. And then Rita said, I gave mine away to someone who has never had Ketochow.
Oh,
well,
wow.
Rita, I hope that they really love Ketochow and it helps them.
Right. That was spicy.
And then 22 Q Cat. I see it's there. I see the name. Come on. There's no such thing as bad tasting creamy for me anyway, but chocolate malt, oh my God, yum.
Are you going to use the chicken flavor and make that to a creamy? I bet you that would taste bad.
I don't know if it would taste bad. I think you can make it taste good.
Like a savory ice cream?
Mm-hmm.
You want to try that one night?
Mm-mm. But
that's all you, brother.
But, I mean, yeah, creamy-wise, but I have to say, out of all the different creamies we've had, even the pumpkin spice creamy, I love pumpkin. That chocolate malt, though, I was like, this tastes like the real deal.
Yeah.
Like, it tasted, because, the creamy makes it so soft.
Right.
That it was almost like a milkshake kind of consistency. Yes. And I was just like, oh, this is just a malt. Like, just keep giving me some.
Oh, why not order a big bag? They don't even make it a big bag.
Not yet.
Not yet. I like that.
Oh, Marianne, thank you so much. What? She just ordered the Startup Mint Mobile. I hope it helps you.
Awesome.
That is so awesome. Ooh. Thank you, Marianne. Well, I hope you love Mint Mobile and the savings. I mean,
no regrets.
Right. Because seriously, like when I did the math, I was like, we're saving over $1,000 a year by switching to Mint Mobile. Huh?
Now we can afford to go out to eat then.
No.
No, honestly, I don't really miss it. There's been a couple of times I have, but then I was like, wait a minute. We could go out to eat, but for the same price, look how many groceries I can buy.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was saying, a barbecue joint. Have anybody guessed on the prices?
Oh, I haven't got there yet. No. Debbie said, y'all are welcome here anytime. Aww. We have 3 extra bedrooms taking reservations. Oh, Debbie.
And where's she at?
It's Colorado.
Oh,
I will
how
be
close
there.
to Estes Park.
She's like an hour.
That's not
We've
bad.
asked before.
Oh, well, I know, but look, we ask all the time.
I know.
There's a lot of people to keep up with. I'm sorry. And you know my memory's garbage. In fact, speaking of,
Oh.
you have to remind me when you get off tonight.
Oh.
I need to change the filter on the AC.
Yeah, you do.
Because trash is running tomorrow. I need to get it out.
Oh, that's true. But
I was supposed to do
yeah.
it like a week ago and I forgot. That's what I'm saying, my memory. Luckily, we haven't had to run the AC.
I know. I'm loving that, y'all.
Because, I mean, we even got kind of, both of us last night, because it was still 69 degrees and went to sleep. And we're like kind of worried. I had to turn my side fan on. We have a ceiling fan. Then we have the chili pad, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a little fan on my nightstand that points at me because I have to have it blowing on my face when I get hot. And the only thing I had to turn on last night was a little side fan.
Mm-hmm. I was very comfortable. And I mean, when you think about it, before that, during the summer, we had the house set at 72 at night.
Yeah, I know.
Because we were trying to save money.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was cheaper, cooler
Yeah.
than it was during the summer.
Right.
And we slept fine.
Yeah. But also I had all the fans on too. Plus we had that other little bot and that takes the ice cubes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We didn't turn that on at all either.
Right. It was fine.
Yeah.
Shauna said, wow, a bunch of sirens in the distance here.
Oh. Are they coming for you?
Coming for you. Wow.
Wow. Man, I'm super full.
I bet. You ate half of a whole chicken.
Well, it should have ran faster.
Debbie said, I ordered 5 of the chocolate malt. I love malt. Some have said it tastes more vanilla than chocolate.
I don't think so.
Did you all get that 5 or was it chocolate?
Let's do a mix of
Tasty.
that and the vanilla.
The chocolate malt in the vanilla?
Let's mix them together. I think that'd be good.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you can do it in a bowl. You know what I mean? Almost do one of the, what do they call it? The Neapolitan or whatever, where it's the chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry.
I didn't get vanilla. I got chocolate, but of course, so when we made it with the fudge, of course it tasted like chocolate. Because at first that's all I tasted was chocolate, and then I got the malt.
Yeah.
But in the creamy, it was just very much like a chocolate malt. That's exactly what it tasted like to me.
And she said the consistency of it really reminded her of a Wendy's Frosty.
Mm-hmm. But that usually has coffee. But
Oh, it does? I didn't know that.
It's Java.
Really? Okay.
But the
well, I'm just talking about not the flavor, just
the texture.
The texture of it, yeah.
Yeah, the way he made the creamy last night, I think he added a good amount of water to it.
Maybe a little too much, maybe.
So it was kind of like that. If you ever got a Wendy's Frosty, that kind of like you could eat it with the spoon,
but it's still kind of thick, almost soupy. I gotta figure. That's what I gotta do. I gotta measure out how much water I'm adding, and then nail that consistency every time.
Yeah, but no, I like the
That's
consistency.
Good. I know, but if I can figure out how to do it every time, that'd be better though. Because we like the consistency is what I'm saying. I got to keep playing with it so I can nail it every time. Instead of just eyeballing it, actually figure it out the actual ratio. Because I'm not as good as you with the eyeballing it. Man, I'm full. I know y'all are getting tired of hearing me say it.
Marianne said, my current plan was only $60 per month, but it's still quite a savings.
That is.
Yeah. And you know what? You're probably paying like less than half, or well, a lot less, because that's right. We used to think, $60 a month, that's really cheap. But then Mint Mobile came out and you're like, oh no, that was not that cheap. Like I could save a lot more.
Right.
I'm just astonished. Like I figured out I could pay like a year on mine for what it would have cost for 1 month for both of us.
Right. Well,
So,
what's the story on Mint though? How many lines can you add to it?
as many as you want.
There's just no extras or anything like that for it. It'll stay the same price. Is what I'm asking.
I
haven't read all the fine print.
No. So you pay for each line. Like yours,
nice. Okay. Then.
Yours is $15 a month, and mine is $15.
Okay.
But you also pay for however much data you want. So when I first signed up, they had the unlimited plan for the same price. So I started with that because I was like, I don't know really how much we use because we'd had 10 G's forever or 10 gigabyte, whatever it was. So when I had the unlimited plan, they tell you how much data each phone used every month. And we were only using 2 to 4.
Especially now that we're at home.
Yeah.
And we're not going out to eat anymore.
So I was like, well, then we just need, the smallest plan is 5 Gs of data a month. And I was like, so that would work perfect for us. And you could upgrade it anytime. So if you start with 5 and then for whatever reason you're using a lot more, you'll be able to upgrade to the 10 or 15 or unlimited. But I was like, no, let's just do the 5 now to do it. And it's only $15 a month.
That's awesome.
For each line. So 15 for yours and 15 for mine.
That's awesome.
So the only thing that can be difficult is you're basically bulk buying. So you're paying at least for 3 months, or you could do 6 or 12. And of course, the more you do, the bigger the savings.
Well, yeah.
So yeah.
Oh man.
Mm-mm-mm.
Right.
And then oops, why won't it go forward? Come on. Quentin Cat said, all this talk of Ketochow flavors and creamy ice cream just made a banana creamy love. Ooh, that sounds good.
That sounds really good, actually.
Debbie said, I ain't afraid to add more chocolate. I mean, that's never a bad thing, right?
Chocolate.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Debbie, thank you so much. You did a super chat for $49.99.
Why? Thank you, but why?
She said, just because I adore you both.
I adore
you're so sweet, Debbie.
You're amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're going to make me cry on camera, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
You're amazing.
What are you drinking?
This?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the
it's that one flavor.
Ginger ale. Wow, what flavor do you want? I'll go get it for you.
No, I
think I have an orange in there if you want it.
No, I'm good.
All right.
Oh, yeah, that reminds us. At Sam's, you know how Sam's had the 30 pack
I'm gonna
for
get one. I'm show what else on it.
For $19.68 or $19.88, whatever the Sam's price is. They recently, at some locations, released a 24-pack of Zevias for $14.98, y'all. So it's actually a little bit cheaper. It comes out to 62 cents a can for the 24-pack. So Heath went Tuesday and picked up 2 packs, and here it is. Get a little closer.
That's all the flavors that are in there.
$14.98 for 24, y'all. So look at if you're a Sam's Club member, look at your local Sam's, because that's a good buy. Stock up now, right?
Yeah, because usually it's a 30-pack.
Mm-hmm.
For, was it $20 you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary Ann said, I had 21. I got 21. I had it hot for dinner last night and cold for lunch today.
Hot. That sounds good.
Both were absolutely delicious. Wow. Having it hot. That sounds good. Kaden said, kind of new all this. I did order, where does it say? I did order Ketochow, not the new flavor. How do you make it for a creamy? Butter or heavy cream? I always do butter.
Yeah.
But
every once in a while, if we have a little bit left of the heavy cream, we'll add that. But it's not. Usually, it's just butter.
Mm-hmm. So, so our recipe, because she's asking what the recipe is. I do a half a stick of butter. Now you can do 3 tablespoons instead. I just think it's richer, and I'm always for more fat. So I would say minimum 2 tablespoons, but preferably if you can do the 4. So you're going to melt that, but you want to make sure you have hot or warm water, at least very warm water. And then what we do, I melt the butter, and then I pour the butter into my blender, my Vitamix. I get the creamy container where it says the fill line is. I do a little bit less than the fill line. Like, I guess about 85% of the way. Fill it 85% of the container with the very warm to hot water. And then I pour this into my measuring cup that I melted the butter in, because I have to get every bite.
Yes.
And then I pour into the Vitamix or blender. Then I add my packet or a serving of Ketochow, put the lid on, blend it up. I'll slowly increase it to it's like the high blend, and then slowly decrease it, turn it off, wait a minute. You know how Ketochow likes to fluff up in there? Let it kind of wait a minute, and then you're going to pour it into the creamy and freezer overnight.
And that's another reason why we use the fill line as our measuring, because if you don't, it'll bellow up on you on the top. You won't even be able to put the lid on it once it's frozen. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I need to wash this a little better. Hard water spots.
Oh, nice. Marianne said she got 3 months, and they gave her 3 months for free. And
nice.
Isn't that nice too? What I like about this, I guess because I've never done the bulk type buying of cell phone wireless service. I've always done month to month. What I like about that is then I know right away, oh, I don't have to pay a bill for 6 months or a year, or however long you, like in your case, 6 months. You don't have to worry about your wireless bill for the next 6 months. And so, I mean, ideally, what I do is I look up, okay, what's the cost going to be, for the 12 months? And I just then divide that by 12, and then I put that in a little savings so I have it when the time comes, but it's still just so cheap to do it that way.
Right.
But, if worse gets to worse and something happens, then you know what? You don't have to worry. You just go ahead and it's paid for that length of time. It's just like one less thing to have to be concerned with, right?
True story.
I think I'm the slowest eater.
Well, it's also because you're doing all this and dealing with me and chatting.
And then
dropping your silverware in your plate.
I mean,
it's like the first time you ever eaten in front of people before.
Are you making fun of me?
I love you.
I remember what you said before the live. I can tell you no right now.
I don't know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Your phone's breaking up again.
Debbie said, honestly, I just can't imagine my life without Heath and Shelly in it now.
Aww.
So we have to keep them around on here. More super chats to come from me in December, in the month of giving.
Aww.
Debbie, that is so sweet.
Dang, she does want me to cry on camera.
I honestly, y'all.
Not necessary.
Y'all are just so sweet. And thank you so much, Debbie.
Yes,
I mean, it just still is like when y'all say things, like when I put out the warden report every week and so many of y'all comment how you look so forward to the warden report. It makes me tear up because I'm like, people want to listen to me and listen to me ramble about who knows what. And I'm just like it's just kind of exciting, but then it's
humbling too.
It's very humbling. Like, I'm just like, wow, I'm just shocked. Like, literally, I'm just shocked that sometimes I guess it's kind of like the imposter syndrome. I'm like, really? Me? Like, me? No one listen to me? It just means a world, and especially all of you that come every week and listen to us and
put up with
participate in the chat, right? it just like I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all look forward to hanging out with us on a Friday night.
Oh, that's
like
the
it's
thing,
just
too.
astonishing.
We got to give y'all a big shout out too. Big thank you. We told y'all a couple of weeks ago that we needed y'all to post more often in the group, all your pictures, and y'all really stepped up and did that. It's kind of a double-edged sword for us because then it makes the editing a little harder too.
It's not that hard.
No, but well, it was at first because she was trying to actually, because when it puts everything in alphabetical order, she was trying to break it up where not everybody, all their pictures are all together in one spot, and she's like, never mind.
No, I still do it when I edit.
Yeah.
You don't.
Well, because it just,
Yeah, but I do. I still try to change it around, and
I tried to, but I ended up grabbing the same one and moving it 3 or 4 times, it seems like. But then again, that's the only thing, I guess, because also some people, they post so often, which is awesome too. Make my job harder. Thank you.
But I think it's also, I think I'm a little bit better at editing.
Obviously.
I mean, do you think so or no?
I think so. Well, also the way we save our videos also is a little different.
Yeah.
You said mine's a little more labor intensive.
Yeah, but because he does everything on his
My phone.
No, I was going to say on your MS Journey.
Yeah.
You document or you edit, track, and do the whole thing. Like I'm just like, nah, you handle that. That's yours. And we share the responsibility of the recipe videos and any other, specialty videos we do. And then I do my own warden report. So yeah, we have totally different
approaches.
Yeah, methods and approaches to how we do it. Like how I record my how I record my warden report and how I save it. And then that's how I edit it. It's like so different from his.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I ain't touching yours.
She's like, I don't want to even step into that world of madness.
I know. But it's kind of like how we both view everything. So it's kind of an eye opener and helps me understand where he comes from. Cause I'm like, okay, so I'm seeing how you enjoy.
It's not how I enjoy it. It's how I learn. Cause I used to document stuff on my jobs. Because, when I was working construction, I was responsible for checking on the installs. I had to take pictures and send it back into the to the office. So I would save everything in its own folder. For each house had its own folder. So I just kept on doing that, and everything I shoot is at its own folder.
Right.
She's like, no, hers just goes all in one folder. And then plus, when I'm out and about doing stuff, taking pictures or whatever, and sending it off to her, I don't want it mixed in with what I'm working on also. So I subdivide that also.
Sharon said, I just made coffee. I wonder what a hot Ketochow chocolate malt coffee would taste like. I mean, Marianne did one very similar, so I think it would be amazing. Yeah, so he likes his very, very
compartmentalized.
Very compartmentalized. And I'm a very organized person, but the way my phone saves it, it's just easy for me to go through, and it's like, okay, I know so if I take other photos, like tonight's photos, I already know, oh, okay, yeah, that's not part of my warden report. Like I can pick out everything that's in there. And then that way, when it loads, it actually loads in date order. So I don't need to hyper organize it.
Mine just, if I don't do it that way, mine just saves it all as one file.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I don't like sifting through it all.
And how long do you take to edit your
About
MS Journey?
Hours.
And how long do I take? Usually I have it almost done by the time you get off work.
Right.
So less than an hour.
Yeah.
Debbie said, you shouldn't be shocked. You both have beautiful hearts.
Aww.
And it shines through. I can't wait to meet you in person one day and get hugs. I know, me too, Debbie. That'd be so fun. I can't wait either. Who knows? I do miss having a road trip.
I know.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Let's go pack the car up right now.
Right? Like I got
to work tomorrow though. Never mind.
Yeah. And I have to work on Monday. But I was just like, that would be fun to do like a road trip, like we did before when we went.
Everywhere.
No.
Well, no, I'm just saying that's what my only regret, honestly, of when we did our huge cross-country trip is we did it before we met all these people.
Oh, I know.
You know what I mean? Because that would have been awesome to be able to stop by and see everybody along the way.
But wouldn't it be fun to drive from here up through Estes Park towards Debbie?
Yes.
And then go and visit Karen and Norm.
Yes.
And now they're in Utah, so then we'd be able to hit like Ketochow, and then my corporate.
Especially now that they're doing meetups too, they're hosting them.
Right, and then my
playing it that way. Yes.
In the same city.
Yes.
So I'd have to stop by there and meet my director. I guess she's my director.
Yeah.
And meet her and some other people on the team, which would be so much fun.
And what is it? IRL?
Right. I know. And then go from there and keep driving and meet Shauna in California.
Yes.
Well, that'd be fun. Oh, 22Q Cat said, I agree with Debbie. This is my second full year of hanging out with Shelly and Heath, and I look forward to every single Friday night feast in all the videos.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you're so sweet. Well, thank you for being with us for 2 years. That's so, wow.
Right?
To think that we've been doing this for that long. That's crazy. Wow. And y'all just here and helping us grow.
Yes.
That's awesome. We never thought it would even get like this.
We didn't think anybody would care.
Well, and I feel like I was listening to a financial channel today, right? And he was saying he works for the government. And he was saying, and I felt like this was his sentiment. He's like, I go on here and give all these advice from my personal situation. And he's like, this isn't my full-time job. Mm-hmm. He's like, I have a full-time job that I also enjoy working, but I also enjoy helping as many people as I can. And so in the evenings after work, then I'm working on my channel.
Right.
He's like, because I just feel like, this is good to get information out there. And I was like, yeah, that's true. And this guy, like he was given financial advice, how he buys rental properties and does investments and all this stuff. But he changed his life when he was 30 and now 23 years later, which I was like doing the math. I was like, oh, so he's 53. Okay. And he was just talking about, how he has successfully done the savings and, basically just figuring out needs versus wants is what it comes down to. Right. And I was like, yeah, that's how I feel. Like we both have full-time jobs. I honestly love my job. I love what I do. I look forward to work every day. I have to work. I look forward to it. I enjoy it. And I don't see me leaving that position like ever. Like I would be happy working there until I retire. Right. And I feel like what we do here, it's because it's what we enjoy doing. Like sometimes I feel like if you look at it as a job, sometimes it can get a little too much, but I look at it as like, this is what we enjoy doing. We love all of the wonderful people we have met. We love all of the keto events we've gone to, and we just enjoy so much Friday nights with y'all, chatting with everyone, spending time with you. We love and look forward to that all the time. And that's why we do it. We do it because we really like and hope. I feel like it's a little pretentious to say that we're out here, helping and making a difference. But we would love that. We would love that if we inspire you or if we help you better yourself, better your journey. That's like the icing on the keto cake.
Right.
Right. And then that's basically why we started, is because of Heath's multiple sclerosis. And I was like, look, if you're having MS and if keto is going to help you and help improve your MS, then other people should at least know that that's out there. That is an option. Right.
Right.
Shauna says that sometimes do charity editing, right? Well, we're working on it, right, Shauna?
We need to talk to you about that too. I got some tips for you.
Oh, okay. Brenda said it's all good, fun to watch. Oh,
Oh,
thank
thank
you,
you.
Brenda.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And then Shauna said, I may have ordered twice my limit on the Ketochow chocolate malt. Wow. And then Caden said, Heath and Shelly, awesome. Well, wait. It's loading. It's loading for me. Let me go up.
No, cheater.
Heath and Shelly are awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Answer all of my newbie questions and welcome me with open arms. Love them. Oh, thank you, Caden. Well, exactly. Like,
Thank you.
anytime you have any questions, please ask them. I mean, we'll do our best. We certainly don't know everything, but we try, or at least we'll figure it out.
Like I tell my work, I don't know what I don't know.
Right? But we do try.
Yes.
And, you know, like in my particular journey, I mean, I have tried so much in the keto sphere, carnivore sphere. Like I have tried about everything. And so I've learned a lot about, you know, myself and then how my body works over the past few years that I think has really been, I mean, it's good to know. It's good to figure out.
She has that coach.
Yeah.
But I think it's really beneficial for me too, because just being able to sit in and listen to their conversations and everything, I'm learning also.
Right. Yeah.
And we're teaching her stuff.
Yeah.
She was telling the coach how we did the smoked prime rib, and she's like, I've never even heard of that before.
She was like, I never thought about smoking a prime rib, but also like all the fermented food. She didn't ever think about that, so she has started eating some fermented
That's
foods
awesome. You're teaching your coach.
I know. Oh, Patty said my house would be the first stop. I mean, of course,
You know why?
because she's in Oklahoma.
No. That too. But I'm saying why she's doing it, because she's seeing the results you're getting.
Right.
She's
I
like,
mean, that's true. Like
the
y'all.
student becomes the teacher. No, seriously.
Well, and it is something because I've had my coach for a few years. Well, I think 2 years, maybe 3
Probably.
years, going on 3.
Come here, buddy. You come in. Come on. We'll give him the plates.
And, you know, we have tried so much and I've had struggles at times. And, you know, these past few months where she has consistently seen such great results with me, she has just blown away.
Delilah.
Like I'm not doing
Same.
it for her, but it's
Good
just
boy.
nice where she acknowledges and she's like, wow, you are just doing amazing. You're, you know, every week I'm just seeing such great positive things from you, great results. She's just like, yeah, what you're doing right now, it's just like you're in sync with what your body needs. And it's just like a nice thing, you know, to finally get that figured out because I feel like that's an advantage to me as a coach. And I know a Coach A is not for everyone.
I know really one
And-
thing that really impressed me is when you
Oh,
were
your mic is
struggling,
kind of cutting out.
you were really struggling. She's like, all right, Shelly, that's fine. What are you going to do? Quit?
Oh, no. Here, hold on. Let me reset
Use
my
mine.
mic. Oh. All right. Let's see if this is any better, Shauna. And I know, so what I was saying was, I know Coach is not for everyone, and I know Coach can be very expensive, but I feel like what she's allowed me to do is that, are you, okay, thank you, Shauna. What that's allowed me to do by having a coach, because sometimes we see this in the keto sphere. Like before I got a coach, I was one of these where you hear, this is the new way to do keto, right? Now you got to be carnivore. Now you have to do triple B&E. Well, now you got to do this, or now it's high fat. No, now it's PSMF. Now it's this, right? I mean, and we're going on almost 5 years of keto, right? We have seen and heard of all kinds of changes to keto, right? There are just so many ways, right? And sometimes when you're hearing these things, you're kind of like, oh, well, this last week I didn't lose anything. Maybe I need to try this new thing now. And then you try the new thing, and maybe you have results for a couple weeks, and then you don't have results. And then you hear another new thing. And so you're just hopping around, trying this, trying that, trying this, gaining here, losing here, gaining again. Like it's just this almost yo-yo dieting, honestly. If that's what happens, it's kind of a yo-yo approach. But I feel like with the coach, what she has like taught me, and I know we've heard others say the same thing, is you don't go by 1 or 2 weeks or even a month or two of what's going on. That's not your determination. If you're having a stall, which is like 3 or 4 months of nothing changing, you don't just throw in the towel. That's why you need the data. So that's why my coach, every week I'm weighing in. Every week I take measurements every single week, because we know the scale doesn't always reflect everything that's going on. And so you have to look at it in an overall picture. So sometimes with, because of all of that detailed tracking, and I'm not tracking anything now. I don't put anything a chronometer or any of those things. I don't track my food anymore. Doing it long enough, I've kind of got it figured out. But I do track my weight and my measurements. That's what we're going by. And that's what she's looking at, is she'll look. So when I have results, because there was weeks I was just like bawling my eyes out. I'm like, I don't understand. I get, I'm doing everything that's supposed to be done, but nothing is happening. Then she would be able to like pull me out of that hole and be like, no, look, Shelly, you're saying this because for 3 weeks you haven't had results, but look at the overall. When you average out everything, you're still well within the normal range of what is healthy weight loss. She's like, so you are doing well. This is what's going to happen. It's not a linear line, right? It's not linear. You're going to have drops and you're going to have plateaus, and then you're going to drop again. She's like, but she would talk that through. Whereas I know before having a coach, I would have been like, well, I guess I have to do triple B&E because nothing's happened in 3 weeks. I'm not doing well. And then it's like not looking at, yeah, but before that, you had lost so much weight that you are still,
you're stabilizing.
And you're overall, you're still losing very well.
That's why I love what she said. What are you gonna do, quit?
I know, that's what she said one time when I was like really upset. I was just like, I'm just so mad. I'm just so freaking mad. And because I almost gained everything I lost back. And the majority of that is when I went carnivore. But anyways, I'd almost gained all of my weight that I had lost back. I was really, really, just really sad. And she was like, okay, so you're angry and you're upset and things aren't going the way you want, no matter how hard you're doing everything to the T. Just so what else? What's your alternative motive? Like, what are your alternative? Oh, there it goes. Just what's your alternative? So you're just going to quit? What are you going to do? And I was like, well, I mean, that's true. I'm not going to quit. I just want some kind of results. And then she was like, okay, so let's just reevaluate things and let's see what we can tweak and see if that happens. But that's good because, that's basically what I've paid her to do. And it's just been very beneficial for me. And I honestly, before I had a coach, I was totally like, I would never need a coach. And now it has been beneficial. And it's, so overall, I'm just saying it's nice, and it's nice to have that ability. So if you are in your keto journey and you have those times where maybe you gained, or maybe you're not losing, or you're having a stall, don't give up. Just stick to what you're doing. And then that might be at the time that you start tracking and seeing what's actually going on. Because sometimes we do have where we're not noticing all the different things we're doing. And then you could start tracking and figuring out what's going on. And then that'll help you. I know Sharon, she's not on here tonight, but I know that was kind of the case with her. She hadn't had results in a while, so she started really tracking and going back to the basics, and things started working again. So sometimes you need that in your keto journey, and sometimes it's just, figuring out what's better. But we all know from how many decades of yo-yo dieting that just jump into the newest trend is usually not the answer.
Right.
Oh, wow. Shauna has been a member for 21 months.
Yes.
You have had channel members now for 21 months. Proud member. Love you guys.
Oh, we love you. Thank you.
We love you. Oh, Shauna, that's awesome. Wow. I'm just still like,
that's why
2
years.
I'm
so sad that it's just online because I want to give everybody a hug.
I know.
That's why I'm really, really sad we didn't go to KPL this year because I wanted to see everybody.
I know. Well, and even then, it's not everybody. There was a lot of
everybody that's there. I mean,
well, right. I know.
I wanted to meet Justin and Jason.
Yeah. Well, and I just we need like a central place that would be
called Texas.
Easy for everyone on the East and West Coast. Because I know a lot of people, like Jerry said, he could never go to KPL because the flights are like $1,000. He's like, he just couldn't do that. And he's in Arizona.
Right.
So I figure, yeah, most people on the West Coast getting to Kentucky is just out of reach. So we need somewhere like central that's a good place.
Texas.
For everyone. I mean, I of course will say Texas, but a good mix where it's kind of like if you're in New York or if you're in Washington on the West Coast, that we could all basically be the same distance for everyone, right?
Kansas?
Maybe Patty's house.
Hint, wink, wink.
Marianne said, I was thinking about ordering more chocolate malt, but it sounds like a new flavor's coming out soon. I can't really afford to order both.
Right.
Just saying. Maybe wait till Tuesday. You didn't hear it here.
They might be watching.
Debbie said, yeah, don't forget your Mexican food at... Oh, come on, load. Where did it go? Don't forget your Mexican food at Patty's before you stop at my place. You can bring me some, right?
Nice.
Wouldn't that be fun? Go to hers and say, okay, I need to pack Patty's. I need to pack Debbie some from Patty's and then bring it and be like, okay, here we are. Then I'll have to take some of your tamales back to Patty because I'll have to drive through Oklahoma in order to get home, right? Wouldn't that be cool? I think what would be a really fun meetup, and I haven't seen any other, let me know if you've noticed any other event doing this. I think it would be neat to really do like a potluck, like everybody, like we find a place to meet. And it can even be like, I'm thinking free because, I'm frugal. So it would I would love it at our house. I think we have a good setup. We hosted about 60 to 70 people, and I think it worked out well. So I think if we have like a good central place, free, I'm talking free, right? And then everybody just bring a dish. Wouldn't that be fun?
That, though, if they're traveling.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Like if I went to Patty's house, I'd just pack a thing and then bring it with me.
I know, but not everybody's going to be able to do that. Not everybody's going to be driving either.
Well, then what we'll do is everybody will have to get here on a Friday. Mm-hmm. We'll all go to Kroger's since we know the Friday deals, right? We'll all go to Kroger, get the supplies we need, and then that way we can even share amongst ourselves because you'll be like, oh, you know what? I was going to use some bacon in mine. Oh, I'm using bacon too. Okay, we can split this package.
Right.
But anyways, we'll do that Friday.
A co-op.
Right. And then Saturday, we'll just all cook at our house. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes, it would, actually.
And then everybody, so some people could be outside using the Blackstone or the smoker.
We have an air fryer. Then we have the smoker, and we have the
Blackstone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have an Instant Pot, so we can all be.
And then we have also, remember the other little the single burner, the propane cooker. We could put some of that.
the Big Easy.
Oh yeah, we have a Big Easy too. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
too.
and then we have our hot plates.
Yes.
So somebody be over here.
Yeah.
I mean, and then Shauna will just be making her fudge, so she'll
Yes.
be using the microwave.
Yeah.
We've already elected what Shauna's task is
Yes.
at any meetup. It
Since
is
she
fudge.
refuses to make the deviled eggs, she's going to be on.
She's on fudge duty from now on. This is funny. Shauna said, "My life is better with you guys in it.
Aw,
All
thank
of you
you.
guys." I 100% agree.
Kumbaya.
Like, and Shauna said, "I would gladly take tips, right?" But I feel like, honestly, like I was thinking, I was like, I don't have a lot of friends that I hang out with in person.
Right.
Like, I mean, you kind of did when you were down south.
Yeah.
You met, we did hang out a little bit more. But up here, there's not like people we hang out with in person on the regular, right? Like every once in a while, but not like consistent. But I feel like, I was like, but do I need that? Because I feel like I hang out with amazing people every single week.
Right.
And so many of you,
And 2 more days where we hang out with some more of them.
right.
On Coffee Talk.
But we get to hang out together every single week.
Mm-hmm.
So many of you are in our Facebook group. Also, many of you are Facebook friends with me. So I get to see all about your life going on as well, whatever you post in Facebook. And then we also will chat on Facebook Messenger. So I feel like, well, I'm good with that. Like, I enjoy that. I enjoy getting, and then plus phone calls. Like, a lot of us will talk on the phone with each other. And it's so nice.
Yes.
And then, oh, look, great homeowner is here. And
finished shopping.
She goes, "Sorry, guys. I've been here the whole time, just crazy multitasking."
You got all your hands full of getting all your stuff together at the house. You're moved in, per se. You're physically there, but you're not set up the way you need to be.
Now about to get in the dread mill. I did order that spin bike Rachel showed. Oh, nice. Look at you, a spin bike. Woo, woo. And then she said, that pay in installments thing that Klarna does can be dangerous. Oh, yeah. Like, I know. Like, what is dangerous about the Klarna thing is, one, it's such an easy option because you're like, oh, I could afford $10 every 2 weeks, right? No. But also, then when you see it being paid off, then it's kind of like, this is so weird, but when it gets paid off completely, I'm like, ooh, I've got more money now. Do I? No, I don't. Like, I don't owe more money now, but it's kind of like, ooh, now I've freed up this money. But yeah, that Klarna thing and Afterpay, they're the same thing. But yeah, it's a little dangerous, but I've been really good about, like, since Halloween. Like, I did do a couple things. Well, I guess it was before Halloween. Back in September, I did have a couple things on Klarna and Afterpay. Once those were paid off, I was like, no more, Shelby. I don't care if it's $5 every time. No more. We got to get through this, and let's just hold off, right? Because it is dangerous. And then Brenda said, awesome, Renee. Looking forward to hear what you think about it, right? You'll have to post in our Facebook group. 22Q Cat said, it was nice. Oh, come on.
It was nice when StreamYard worked.
I know. It was nice getting to meet Samantha that one time she was on your channel. Girl.
Yes.
I know.
And you know what I really think, too? I think I really like, anyways, is whenever they do, Shelly will check in. You do yours all by text, right?
Well, in her group.
You fill out a little form, basically.
Yeah.
Like a worksheet you turn in.
Yeah,
right?
It's an Excel spreadsheet.
But then she replies back to her with a video. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, video response.
I think that's really cool. So I get to watch that too. That's where I'm learning from her also.
Yeah, she is very sweet. And she, again, it's, I was telling my work sister, because she's like, just the other day, I was like, oh, because Thursday I was very, very, I had a lot of anxiety yesterday, and I haven't felt that way in a very long time. but it just felt like everything was on top of me at once. It was just an awful feeling, right? But I got through it, and I felt much better today. But I don't know. Yesterday was just like, ugh. And it was check-in day, and I was telling my work sister, and I was like, oh, I said, and she's like, girl, you're not supposed to act like me, because she's always the one telling me that she's full of anxiety. And I said, I know, right? And I was like, well, it'll help, because usually when I talk to my coach, and she's like, whoa, you have a coach? You never told me that. I was like, girl, there's a lot you don't know.
Ah.
But yeah, and she was like, oh, so you have a coach? Like, why? And so I was telling her, and I said, to me, it's almost like having a therapist.
That's what I was fixing to say.
Oh, good night, Brenda.
Good night.
She said she's going to sleep.
I don't blame you. I'm not too far behind myself. Because I got to get up at 5 in the morning with the dogs.
But yeah, I said she's kind of like a therapist, because there have been truly days where I was really crying, where I just felt like, why? Because honestly, y'all, you know, I've been overweight literally my whole life, right? Since I was like 5 years old. And I was like, it gets depressing sometimes, and you're not supposed to compare. Everybody said, don't compare. But it gets depressing when you will come across somebody and they're like, oh, I lost 80 pounds in like 6 months.
Or like a keto con where they walked up to you know what? You need to try keto.
Right. Well, that, I mean, yeah. But when I would see other people or other channels and they're like, oh, I lost it in 6 months or a year. I lost all my weight. Look at me. I'm thin now. And it's kind of like, well, one, honestly, because I've looked into some of them and I'm like, oh, you didn't do it with keto. But anyways, you didn't hear it from me. But I'm just like, that's kind of depressing, because I'm doing what they're saying to do and I'm not getting those results. And I would get really frustrated, because I'm like, I just don't get it. They say do this, this, and this, and I'm doing it. They say carnivore is the best way to go, and it ain't working for me.
Basically
and it
backfired on you.
Right. And I was just like, you know, it gets frustrating, because I want to be those people that say, oh, I lost 100 pounds in a year, or I lost 200 pounds, and look at me now, I'm a size 2.
And speaking of that carnivore stuff, she actually went carnivore. She got her coach. And she believed the hype so much, she was practically arguing with the coach about it.
Right.
And she's like, well, look, you hired me for a reason. Do you want to listen to me or not? Basically.
I know. And Brenda said, absolutely. It's all so confusing. And I really feel like it could be that way sometimes.
Almost like sensory overload.
Well, right. And so many times you hear these different things. And that's why I'm like, okay, let's just take a step back and
breathe.
Sometimes I feel like when we first started keto, I mean, I don't remember this almost 5 years ago, everybody talking about, everybody talking about different ways of doing keto. I remember it was, there's keto, like keto, high fat, moderate protein, low carb. That's it. That's all there is to it. And, you know, you just do that.
Classic keto is what I call it.
Well, now that's what it's called. But I remember people back then, they were like, yeah, that's why keto works. You don't need to change anything with keto because it works the way it is. But then everybody started changing everything. And it kind of gives the impression of, well, so are you saying keto doesn't work? Like, why are all these different versions of keto and blah, blah, blah to an outside person or someone who's new to keto? Because they're like, okay, I have diabetes or I have this. So I was told keto's the best way to go. So I'm trying keto, and you start following. And then somebody else is like, oh, now I'm doing carnivore. And you're like, well, do I need to do carnivore? Or I'm doing triple B&E. Well, do I need to do that? Or I'm doing PSMF. Oh, do I need to do that? Like, what am I supposed to do? Instead of being like, okay, no, like back up. Sometimes, you know, people, especially a lot of influencers, that's kind of their thing is, oh, I have to try whatever the fad is right now, because that's how I'm going to get more views or subs.
Like I told you, that one buddy of mine, Opportunity.
Yeah.
He hates coffee. But everybody at the time, when he tried starting keto, everybody was going on and on about how the benefits of doing bulletproof coffee. So he thought he had to do it to be keto.
Right.
Remember?
Right.
Because he just was hearing all the hype at the time.
Right.
And I feel like there's a lot of that misinformation out there too.
Right. Or not clear explanation.
Yes.
But I feel like what it comes in line to, and I know I'm kind of ranting here, but this is how I feel. So sometimes when you watch influencers, especially if they're the type of influencer which you can look through their records and see if they're the type that are jumping on whatever the newest trend is. Okay, now I'm BB&E, now I'm carnivore, now I'm lion, now I'm this, now I'm that, now we're trying this, now we're doing this, because they want the subs and the views. And they're going to pick whatever is trending then, because then it'll pop them up higher on the algorithm, get more people to watch and follow them. It's the same thing where you see a lot of these shopping hauls. And I've learned this through a lot of the budgeting channels, is they're like those channels that you see, oh, look, I just bought this, whatever new thing is, like, oh, I got this latest water bottle. It's the best water bottle I've ever had in 30 years. Oh my gosh, it's incredible.
So I'll buy another one next week.
Right. Follow my link below and order it. And they're constantly, pushing new things for you to buy all the time. Well, some of them, but the reason is, okay, number one, those people who are pimping it, most of them aren't buying it themselves. They're getting it given to them, or they're getting a huge discount. They're saying, hey, I'm a huge influencer over here. Are you going to send it to me, or are you going to give it to free? And then two, that's what their channel is about. So you don't have to do everything they say you need to buy. You don't have to buy. That's what they have to do, because that's what their channel is about.
They pigeonhole themselves.
Right. So I feel the same, like sometimes with some keto carnivore channels, that's what their channel is about, is following the newest trend. That does not mean you have to do that either. It's fun to listen to and be like, oh, okay, so that's what's going on right now. I'm good where I'm at, kind of thing. I hope that makes sense.
I believe it. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Debbie said, so true. I pay attention to my measurements and the way my clothes feel way more than I do what the scale says. Exactly. And that's the point of it. Like what we have noticed in my tracking with my coach is I will have like some good weight loss, like a dramatic, like 2 weeks ago, I dropped like 4 pounds in a week, right? So that's kind of a big loss, but no inch loss, and no inch loss the last week. But then this week I had an inch loss, like a half an inch loss. So I had a little bit of measurement loss, but the scale went down a tiny bit, like not even a half pound. But that's what I tend to do. Like my body will drop a pretty good amount, and then it will kind of stabilize out, and I'm not losing any inches during that time. And then suddenly I'll lose a little bit of inch, but no weight, and then it'll just on that. And that's the good thing about kind of tracking all of that and seeing that in the spreadsheet is like, oh yeah, when we look back, all the weeks that I had no weight loss or even a little weight gain, I lost inches. But the weeks that I lost a lot of weight, I didn't lose any inches. So that's why that's kind of good to keep a note of, because then on those weeks, like you gained weight, it's like, okay, but look, you lost an inch. Like you should be happy you lost weight. Like people, when you look at somebody, you don't go, oh, I bet she weighs 150. No, you go, wow, she looks really good in those clothes. And she's like, yeah, I'm wearing a size. I don't know anything about sizes, but I'm wearing a size, 1 or whatever, and be like, wow, because the scale doesn't matter when you're looking at somebody or when you're putting clothes on. It's how does your body fit into those clothes? And the scale doesn't determine that. That's why, I like that graph where it shows, like, here's 8 women all at the same weight, but they all have totally different sizes and shapes, and they all wear different size clothes, because it's like the scale does not determine what your body looks like or what clothes fit. Debbie said, also, when you don't see weight dropping, your body is repairing something it needs to on the inside first before getting back to the outside.
That's true.
Exactly. Because,
good way of looking at it.
Yeah. And that's what I've heard too, is that your body's main job, like your body wants to help you. Your body wants to heal you. And sometimes that's what's going to take precedence over any type of weight loss. The weight loss is the last thing your body cares about. Its main thing is to keep you healthy, and that's what it wants to do. And that's right, Debbie. Sometimes that means you're not seeing any weight. It's your body's like, you know what? It's more important that we heal your liver right now. Like, that needs more healing than you dropping a few pounds.
Like Dr. Berry always said too, keto is not a weight loss diet. It's a, what does he say? It's a health maximization diet.
Optimization,
right.
Yeah.
And if you happen to lose weight by getting healthier, then that's just a bonus.
Right. And Shauna said, laugh aloud. Branson, I don't know if Branson would be considered middle, but Branson would be fun, but then it would be really high. But the other bonus is my work sister's only like an hour or so from Branson, so then I would be able to meet her in person. Mm-hmm. I mean, she is my work sister, so I should get to meet her in person, which she actually is at tonight. She's probably still there. Silver Dollar City. Anybody gone to Silver Dollar City? That's where she's at tonight. And I'm like, oh, I haven't been there since I was a kid. But yeah. So I was like, oh, how fun. Patty said, Oklahoma, right in the middle. And she said, I do have a large backyard. See? And Oklahoma is pretty much in the middle.
Yeah, we do too then. We have all those folding chairs that fit in the back of the car too.
That's right. Well, we just have to bring our dogs.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to go anywhere without my Sam and Delilah.
Middle seat.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, see, Oklahoma is just right there. I think that would be like a central. Then those, like I know Susan B's in Omaha, so that'd be not a bad drive for her. And then
that's still a long haul for Shauna, though, wouldn't it?
Well, just as much for anybody that's on the East Coast.
That's true too.
Yeah, see, and she's got a huge backyard, so it sounds like she's good with it.
She just volunteered.
Marianne said, I know nothing. And Brenda said, I miss getting to meet you too. That's right. Brenda was at KPL.
Oh, yeah.
There was a lot of new KPL, but at least I got to see pictures of everyone, which was nice. And then Shauna brought us along our headshots.
Right.
So it almost felt like we were there. Debbie said, potluck at your house is such a good idea. I'm in. I would fly out for that.
Well, see, what was cool about that, if you did, only 15 minutes away is the airport.
That's right. So
just look it up from IAH.
Yeah, that's where we're right by IAH.
Yeah, right down the road from IAH.
Yeah, we're so close that we don't even hear the airplanes anymore.
Right. We see them, we don't hear them.
Right. Shauna says she does have a standing reservation at her house, the Parker Palace. Yes, she does. But
in fact, we even when we're not talking to her, we're just talking to each other. We call it Shauna's room.
And Shauna said, how do we travel with a potluck dish?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, people have done it, haven't they?
We have, and we've traveled with our Instant Pot.
Well, I don't know if you can bring an Instant Pot on an airplane.
You can pack it, you can't run it though.
Oh, you can pack it in your I don't even know what kind of suitcase that would fit in.
A big one. They might let you carry it on. I don't know. They're gonna look at you funny though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
You have to open it up and show them, look, it is empty.
Debbie said, now that's what I call a cook-along. All of us at your house cooking together. Yes, wouldn't that be like so much fun? Like, I think that would be so much fun. Like, I would enjoy that.
Before, using the paella pan and making a big skillet pizza.
Oh, I know. That'd be good. But I think it'd be fun, like everybody making their own thing. Then we get to try each other's food.
Stove and everything together.
Well, there's the Blackstone. We've got the other hot plate. I mean, we've got lots of options here.
And we have those 2 miniature instant pots too. Not instant pot, but
Crock pots.
crock pots. Yeah.
Yeah. Shauna said, I do not do the devil's eggs.
I love the way she calls it that too. It is so awesome. That's why I like getting her up talking about it.
Debbie said, we have 2 acres, lots of outside patio tables and furniture. Wow.
The only thing with that, you have to pray for good weather.
And a good-sized kitchen, a smoker, grill, 2 air fryers, double oven, my place for a cook log next, and we have plenty of bathrooms.
Like I said, have fork will travel.
I mean, okay, so now Debbie is volunteering her place.
Okay. We need to find a hotel close to her then, so we make this trip.
Well, I thought she said she had extra bedrooms.
Oh, that's true too then.
But we
you have room for the dogs. That's the other thing.
That might be the only holdup. But yeah, that'd be fun. And we cook in Debbie's kitchen. Oh, what would we make? What would we make for the cook along?
What would we not make?
Well, she's got a smoker too. So what would you smoke? Ribs for everybody?
Sure, I'm fine with that.
I do like your ribs.
And if we
They're
do baby
so
back,
good.
if we do the baby back ribs,
Baby,
we can do that quicker. You know what I mean?
Right.
The other ones take like 6 hours.
Oh, and that's where Brenda went to bed. She's out of my sleep now. Been fun. Good night. Debbie said, I just got a walking pad and standing desk.
Oh, wow.
Wow, I wanted a standing desk. So instead of sitting at my desk for 8 hours, I can get an extra 10,000 steps a day just by walking come on, load. Where'd it go? Oh, I must be really behind. Just by walking a super slow pace while I work. It arrives Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
Wow, Debbie, that is awesome.
That is.
That sounds like I've wanted a standing desk. That might be something maybe in the future, but I've wanted one because I was like, that'd be nice.
We looked at one the other day, a couple of
years ago,
7 months ago. I don't know, yeah. And I was like, yeah, but look how, like, it's maybe as wide as this table is right here.
Yeah.
And she's like, I said, but what are you going to do with all the rest of it that's on your desk now? You know?
I know, because I have 4
yeah,
and all the stuff that comes with that. I have a desktop tower and a regular tower because I'm yeah, that's the only thing is I need a really big one. All right. Or I need one that can have the standing, where I mostly type and then have add-ons on the side. Yeah. Debbie said, what flavor of those Waterloos do you like? I've tried a few different sparkling waters and can't find any I like. I can't stand the taste of bubbly or LaCroix.
Really?
Well, this is the Waterloo spiced apple. I think I really enjoyed this one right now.
Well, it's LaCroix. It's not the flavor I can't stand. Mm-hmm. It's the lack of flavor. I think it's just a straight gimmick. There's no sense in paying for it.
But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's. I don't know if we've tried any other Waterloos.
Polar? Oh, not Waterloo. No.
I think that's the only Waterloo, and I only got it because Lisa and somebody else recommended the spiced apple. But I do like the Aldi brand VIE. They had a pumpkin spice that was really good.
And what's the other flavor you're going to get me?
And then tomorrow I'm going to pick up Heath some pineapple strawberry. So we'll let you know how that tastes. I don't know if you have. I don't think you have Aldi there. But the Waterloo, I thought there was also.
I thought you've had a couple other different flavors. People have brought it over. Because whenever when Mama Bear brought the Polar, I thought she brought a couple of Waterloo also. But I don't remember. It's been so long. It's been way back
since June.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember, honestly. I'm sorry. We typically just buy whatever is the cheapest.
Because I was looking earlier, was it last night, I guess it was? And the bubbly were supposedly on sale at HEB. What was the price on it, though?
Wasn't it like $3.94?
It was $3 off if you bought 5 cases.
Right.
She's like, that's not really a good deal. Well, no, we're skipping that one.
Oh yeah. He enjoys bubbly.
Yeah, I do, especially the strawberry and the cherry. Those are my favorite. The other ones, I don't. It's not that I don't dislike them. I just don't like them enough to want them. You know what I mean? They'll do nothing for me.
But we'll see. We'll see. And when I know Aldi does carry other Waterloos, so I'll look tomorrow and see if there's anything that catches my eye. Melissa, hey, she said, my problem is when something isn't working right, I need to tweak it instead of going completely back to eating terrible foods because I'm frustrated. Maybe I wasn't losing weight, but I felt better.
Right.
Right. And I think that's the thing too, is like you get to that where you're like, well, this isn't working. Again, kind of like that old diet mentality. Well, this is working. Now I got to try something new, or, well, then nothing's going to work. And instead of just being like, okay, let's just tweak this, what's changed, and what do I need to do differently, kind of thing. Debbie said, come on, I think all of the, sometimes I can read it better on here. I think all of the variations makes keto so much more confusing than it was meant to be, simple and easy to do. Exactly. And it's kind of service. Like, I understand everything's an N equals 1, right? I get that, and everybody wants to do their own tweak to it. Like even the triple B and E, y'all, sometimes that's gotten out of hand.
Yes.
Because it was triple B and E, but then people are like, well, it's triple B and E plus I'm going to add this, or plus this, or I'm doing this. Then you're not doing triple B and E. I'm sorry, that's
I was going to do that.
That's
too.
my opinion.
And she's like, okay, why don't you be keto then? I was like,
right.
Wait, that's dumb.
To me, if you either do triple B and E as it says, or just do keto. Like it's okay to say, hey, I'm doing keto. I'm just going to be heavy on these foods. Like, it's okay. Like there's no list to say, oh, if you're doing keto, you have to eat this. Like nothing, nobody says that. And keto should be very easy. And I feel like as a community, the main thing with keto is most of us have come there for health reasons, right? Like Melissa said, I feel better when I'm on keto. That's what we're coming for, is the health benefits. And that's what we want more people to get into, right? But if they get into it and they're new, and then they hear everybody, oh, well, I'm doing this. Oh, why are you doing that? Oh, you shouldn't be doing, because sometimes I read some of these comments and they're like, well, you shouldn't be having that much fat. Well, you need to have more protein than that. Well, you need to do this. Like, everybody's got their opinion.
Everybody's an expert.
And then it's like, then that person is like, okay, I was just
looking at.
Okay. But yeah, that's my opinion there. Tweety TQ Cat says, Shelly, you have been doing so great with losing the weight inches ever since you started with the fermented foods.
Yes.
That's so awesome. You finally found that what works well for you. Yeah, and I agree. Like, it really has made such a huge change.
I think that's what kicked me out in the kicked my whoosh, because I eat more of your fermented foods.
I'm saying. And I think that, again, it's because I stopped worrying so much about the scale and my results, that I was like, you know what? I know my gut is not healthy. Like, there's signs when your gut is not healthy. And I was like, my gut's not healthy. What can I do to get a healthy gut? And I do feel like it kind of like, I don't know who said it, but several people are like, when it comes to overall, they really think the gut biome is the most important thing as far as health goes. That if your gut is unhealthy, doesn't matter how the rest of you feels, doesn't matter how slim you look, if your gut's unhealthy, you eventually will be unhealthy. And it's like when I started doing that and said, okay, how do I get my gut healthy? Because, everybody's got an opinion. And then it was kind of like overall the fermented foods. And I think it really has helped so much. And I just feel a lot better.
Right.
But thank you. And I think that's part of it too, just figuring out, oh, good night, Patty. She goes, my Daisy would love to meet the pups. They are her size. Oh,
well, bring them with you.
That's so sweet. And Carrie's going, good night, Carrie. But yeah, I would say, just figure it out. And when you have stalls, not thinking it's the end of the world, you just have to continue through and realize, that's how the body works, right? And especially when you have like a big loss in a week's time, because I look at it on a weekly basis. It's kind of like, that's a lot for 1 week. Okay, my body's probably going to slow down for a little bit because it needs to then go back to healing or level things out. Barely begun. Hey, Coda.
Hey.
Said, I see I walked in on the after dark section. Heath getting poked.
What?
That's hilarious.
Behave yourself.
Renee said, smash that thumbs up.
Yes.
Thank you, Renee.
Please.
And then
Hell,
Debbie
I'll
said,
go back later and hit the thumbs up too.
No, we don't have Aldi. I so wish we did. I know. I do love the Aldi. And Keto in the Mist, hey, said, I agree with Melissa. The feeling is so good, even if the weight isn't budgeting. And then Maitreya said, I agree. Hey, Maitreya. And then Debbie said, instead of supporting, people have gotten into comparing and condemning.
Yes.
Keto spaces have become negative and discouraging.
Yes.
Oh.
Why? I feel like.
Oh.
Because it's the internet. This is the way the internet works. It's mostly like doom and gloom.
Oh, she goes, that's why I'm with Heath and Shelly all the way. You are so loving and genuine. Thanks, you. Debbie. Well, and that's sad when they're comparing and competing. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't watch a lot of keto like I have, those of you that I watch, when your videos come out, but in whole, I don't watch every single keto video, and I don't watch.
We did it first. And
we did it first. And like you said, some of them really get into being so negative or doom and gloom.
They're
or
pushing away viewers, honestly.
You would think. Or, just other things that happen. And I'm just like, that's okay. And it kind of makes me sad, though, because I've honestly kind of noticed part of that. So it's interesting you have too, because it's interesting to me because a couple other, I guess, niches that I watch outside of keto, right? Like, for example, the fermenting or homesteading community, they really seem like they're very supportive of each other. Like when I'm watching those channels, I don't hear them comparing themselves to another homesteader.
I ferment this way, I farm this way, kind of thing.
Right. I don't hear that.
You should be doing it the way I do it.
Right. And I hear a lot more of them saying, hey, we're doing a collab with so-and-so, or, we have all of these.
That's what gave you the inspiration to do the collab.
I know. And you'll see people, like I have seen in it, and not just the fermenting, but other niche groups I've seen where they will have like a channel, like on one of them, they did a couple months ago. It was like, why did you start your YouTube? I forget what the hashtag was, but this one person, and she had like 1,500 subs, and she started it in that community. And all of a sudden, like almost everybody in that community was going along with it. And these were people from, again, like 1,000 subs all the way up to 500,000 subs and more. they didn't act like, oh, I'm this, so therefore I'm not going to be involved with your little channel, which honestly, sometimes I get the feel in the keto sphere.
Yes.
But they were all like, oh, this is cool. And all of them were like, oh, we got this idea from so and so. So we're linking her below. And thanks so much for putting this out there. I enjoyed this or whatever. And I was like, wow, why is it that community? I don't hear so much negativity over there. And I see a lot of, hey, let's help support each other. And oftentimes I'll hear them in various videos. Oh, great. So-and-so, you're so great. Oh, thanks for coming. And, they're in each other's lives. And then they're all talking to each other. And they'll be like, oh, so-and-so put out a video about this recently. Well, this is what I do. So then that way you could see more than one way of doing this. And I was like, oh, that's pretty nice. Again, not comparing in a negative light, like comparing as to, hey, so-and-so does it this way, which is really cool. I want to show you how I do it this way. Tell me, how do you do it? Because everybody goes about things differently, no matter whether it's keto, fermenting, what have you. People have different ways of doing things.
Even tying their shoes, they do it different,
Right, or editing in the same household. We do it different.
The right way, the wrong way.
Huh? No, yours is not wrong. Shauna said, cutting glitter paper. There's glitter everywhere. Oh no, Shauna. Once you got the glitter out. Shauna said,
it's glitter bombs.
It's an evil fairy. I forgot I had this paper. I have other glitter paper that does not shed. Oh no. And Renee said, those of y'all in Texas, HEB has their 25% off makeup, face, hair, body stuffs till December 5th.
Oh, wow.
That's when I stock up on everything. Oh.
So you're going to HEB tomorrow, huh?
No, I mean, I don't need face makeup. So like shampoo, I don't even think we need shampoo.
Well, I might need a bottle. Mine feels a little low. That's fine though.
But that is cool. I never, I don't
Thanks
know.
for the tip.
Melissa said, I agree with Debbie. This is one of the few channels I still watch, and I stopped reading most posts because of the negativity.
Yes.
Oh, thanks, Melissa.
Thank you.
And isn't that sad that there is so much negativity? Because honestly, when I read those comments where somebody's like, well, then you must be doing it wrong. Or, oh, well, why did you do this? Or, well, how are you doing this? Well, you should be doing this way. And just different things that I'm just like, oh my gosh. Y'all.
So much infighting. I don't understand it.
I don't either.
Especially when so many of them, like their biggest thing is, oh, it's a family.
Right. Well, and I feel like it should be.
I know it is. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I guess families fight.
That's what I'm saying. Though.
Both of ours.
That's what I'm saying. It really does feel like a family. That's
right. Or like they say about when a business says it, we're like a family here.
Mm-hmm.
That they're like, that just means that you're going to be overworked and underpaid.
Right. Take it for granted.
But yeah, it's sad that there is negativity, but I think some of that is because when it comes to certain things, and this is true in probably anything you could think of, there are people who are very dogmatic and they're like, no, this is the way you do it. Or no, why are you doing it that way? Or why, like one guy I watched, he was like, people always chastise for me the way I pronounce some, different words. He's like, right. He's like, I'm Southern. That's just how I pronounce it. You understand what I mean. So you don't need to leave a comment telling me I'm saying it wrong. I'm saying it how a Southern person says it. And I'm like, I mean, that's
say pecan, not pecan.
Right, but it's like, okay, I mean, that's true. It's like, doesn't matter. You know what the meaning is. Why you got to go correcting? Shauna said, I'm here, but working on last minute project. Okay, 6 of them for tomorrow. Oh, what was I thinking? Gosh, and you're starting tonight, Shauna? Okay, Renee said, I have a Best Buy tech coming tomorrow afternoon to check the washer.
Oh, nice.
Home warranty covered, but it's so yuck and not draining, so I can't wash clothes yet. Oh, that sucks.
Oh, brand new
It
house. We still gotta go
sucks.
try and use the laundromat or whatever. That's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I
When
hope
they come,
they.
you said tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good luck.
Let us know what
Hopefully
they.
you can wiggle something and it starts working.
Right. And fix and clean it
Yeah.
and everything. I wonder.
Go, oh, yeah, this is what it needs. Blah, blah, blah.
Right. Does the home warranty, if it's not, does it have one of the clauses if it's not fixable, they replace it?
Right.
That'd be nice. Get a brand new washer.
Well, like a lot of times when I'm dealing with them, deal with the vendor, like I had one earlier. There was a couple of dings on the on their washing machine, and they said it was at the bottom back corner, right next to the motor or whatever. So they're going to send a technician out to look at it. He's going to put hands and eyes on, not our technician, a manufacturer technician, to look at it.
Okay.
He's going to put hands and eyes on it and see what it actually needs. If it can be repaired, then they will repair it. If not, then they'll replace it. I thought that was pretty neat.
For just a couple dings?
Well, because of where the dings are.
Oh, it might hurt the actual operation.
Right. And because when you did turn it on and run it, it was making a funny noise too.
So the ding might actually be hitting something vital.
It looked like, she said, the way she described it, like it fell off the truck before it came in her house.
Yeah. It might have.
Right. It was a bounce pass.
Right?
But I
Oh,
thought that
goodness.
was cool that they're going to try at least look at it. I mean, to see what it actually needs.
Right.
To like do a diagnostics on it.
Right. Wow. Shauna said, okay, the chocolate malt is also good in coffee.
And it's like the third time y'all said that?
No, it's the first. And she asked, would it be good earlier?
Okay.
Did y'all notice our little Christmas tree? I finally put up the tree today. Do y'all see it?
I can't see the screen.
Oh, sorry. And then, then he's got the Hans, is it Gruber?
Yeah.
Gruber right there.
Can y'all even make out what it is? It's just a blur to me.
What is the tower called again?
Nakatomi.
Nakatomi Tower. And he's falling. I mean, you can bring it closer if you feel like it.
I don't want to get up again. We saw them last year.
Shauna said, I don't know why, but hearing that flavor just reminds me of Ovaltine. Well, a couple people did say that it reminded them of Ovaltine.
Memories of it too, though.
Yeah. Look, it's Rickwood. Yeah, she said it does taste like Ovaltine to me. I don't think I've ever had Ovaltine, so I have no idea.
I haven't either.
I thought it was actually good, but remember, Renee doesn't care for chocolate to begin with.
Right.
But I thought that the creamy, y'all. I just honestly, I was like, now it could be because I'd been fasted for over 24 hours. It tasted freaking delicious, and I kept like almost taking the spoon out of his hand because I was like, it is so good. Kate said, right, you get enough negativity from the medical community, right? From your family, believing you're going to ruin your health. So no support from these critics and negativity in this keto space.
Remember too, when we first started, we were always going to meet my dad and everything for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Like he saw it and he goes, I thought you were on a diet. How are you eating all this? I said, that's my diet. And the way I explained to him was everything you know, forget every single thing you've ever learned about nutrition, throw it out the window and do this instead.
Mm-hmm. Well, just a sneak peek into the Warden report for next week. I'll say what I brought up on my Warden report today when I'm recording for next week. So, anyways, I watch a lot of YouTube suggested videos, right? So, whatever pops up on my YouTube feed, and I'm like, okay, let's watch that. Sounds interesting. So this one came up, and she, Paul Saladino was on there, and she was criticizing him, not in person. She just took a clip from TikTok or wherever. And this person was all in support of statins and saying statins are very needed and for health.
Because he sells them.
No, well, this was a woman.
Yeah.
And
Or
then
they
she
don't
was
then.
saying, no, I don't even think she's a doctor. I don't know what she is. But anyhow, this is the first time I ever saw her. And then she was chastising him for eating animal saturated fats because she's like, we all know, and study after study has shown animal fats, saturated fats are so unhealthy. What he's doing is causing more people harm. And she's like, that's why you should have unsaturated fats. You should be eating more soybean oil, canola oil, because those are healthier for you. And I was just like,
oh my gosh.
okay, I'm done watching. I was like, right. And there was a few others that I heard before. So she wasn't just focused on the keto community. That was, I think, one of the only ones that was from the keto carnivore community. She was also, giving critiques of fruit and vegans and different things. She was
loves the hate.
Basically. And I was just like, wow. So you're right, Caden. Yeah, because there's still so many people out there who are like, no, you're not supposed to have saturated fats. Like if your LDL is high, then you're at risk for a heart attack. And that's basically what she said. She was like, yeah, high LDL is not good for you. You should be on a statin. I was just like, no. So, but how do you change that? And then if there's infighting in the keto and carnivore, what I've seen a lot is usually in the carnivore community, it seems to be a more negativity. Everybody has like, no, you're doing I've just seen a lot more in the carnivore space of people being very negative and attacking.
Dogmatic.
Yeah, and very dogmatic. Like some people, oh, you put garlic on carnivore. And I'm like, who are you? I did not know there was a masters in carnivore for you to make this judgment. Right. But yeah. So Shauna said, laugh out loud. That's what I was thinking. It reminded me of the giant Ovaltine my grandma always had in her cupboard. Oh, okay. So was Ovaltine good then? I don't know. I've never had it. Caden says, we don't all have the same are complicated. Yes. Ain't that the truth? I mean, it is. And I was watching somebody else today who was talking, again, not keto, but she was talking about especially women over 40 and explain why it's so much harder for us to lose weight once you're over 40 and explaining how perimenopause and menopause works and how it's not something that just happen like you're not, 1 week you're, doing great and the next week you're perimenopause and then you're menopause. She's like, it doesn't work that way. Like this is literally takes decade or more for your body to transition to each of these phases. And during that time, your estrogen is going all over the place. Like you have that throughout your life where these things are happening. So that's why woman's body is so difficult. And that's why you have to figure out, okay, as you're going through, like when you're in your 30s, things that you need to do to basically prepare your body for the 40s. And then when you're 40s, things you should do to start preparing for when you're in your 50s. Like you don't wait until you're in menopause to start being concerned about menopause. Like you should have already been taking the steps necessary.
Preventative maintenance.
Kind of not maintenance, but prevented, like looking ahead. You can't be just in the now. You have to understand how the body works, women's bodies, and how hormones and everything change. And it's just such a long procedure or process rather, and to have that response to that and to change as you go through. Like she was just explaining, women, when you're in your teens and then your 20s, your body's a lot. And then as you age, because the hormones are changing, you kind of have to change what you're doing as far as exercise and food, nutrition, in response to the hormonal changes that happen from your 30s, 40s, 50s and on.
That makes
She's
sense.
like, so you can't be like, well, this is what I did in my 20s, and that isn't always going to work for you. You have to change along with time, because that's just how a woman's body works. I was like, well, I like her perspective on it. Renee said, okay, shampoo, lotions, deodorant, and soaps. Well, you said the magic word there, soap.
That's what I'm saying. At least look.
Okay.
Because now's the time to buy because they're on sale.
Even shower scrubbies. Oh, well, I'll have to look then. I didn't know the soaps would be covered. Although I did buy just 10 bars of soap from Bath and Body Works. Shauna said, I'm going to Cool Craft Gift Fair tomorrow with my local monthly craft group. Oh, ladies and I have known each other for over 30 years.
That's awesome.
That's so neat. But she goes, maybe it'll pull me out of my funk. Well, that sounds like fun to me. Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun. Well, you'll have to send me pictures if you have time. Rickwood said, yes, it's malty. A lot of people compare it to Whoppers. That's what I kind of thought when we first had it. I was like, this is like a Whopper. That's our timer. That's true. That's what I thought. Remember when we first made it? I said it's kind of like a Whopper.
What made you pronounce it a little bit better though? The fudge or the
Whoppers? The ice cream.
Yeah.
I it's pronounced because you're getting the chocolate chips.
Yeah.
More, and then you get the malt. Renee said, I hadn't thought about Whoppers in a hot minute, right? Debbie said, that's kind of like saying, I slept like a baby. Babies wake up and scream at night.
Yeah.
That's not a good night's sleep. Right, Debbie?
That's true.
And then they pee in their pants, too.
Right.
So what are you telling me? You made a mess in your bed and you woke up screaming and crying?
Right.
Every couple of hours?
That's why everybody says, too. Do you like it? No, it tastes like crap. Okay, how many times have you tasted crap?
Oh, that's scary to even ask, though.
That's what I'm saying, though. Why would you use that as a reference, though?
I know. Renee said, I've been working on a list, but I also have some pricey stuff on there just to remind me of what I want to get down the road. Well,
Right.
there you go.
There you go.
Oh, Laura said, I'm Hispanic and I love the way you say jalapenos. Hey, Laura.
Howdy.
Hadn't seen you in a bit. So no game tonight, or you just got back? Well, thank you. He likes how I say jalapenos.
Because every time you say it, I get to laugh.
Wow.
Because then it just reminds me of Renee picking on you. Because honestly, I never noticed it until she pointed it out.
Oh, Renee said, if it's not fixable, yes, they replace. Oh, but I don't know the money allowance for that device. Oh, so they replace up to a certain amount, and then I guess you would have to cover the difference.
To be visited later.
Renee said, I tossed my bed frame because the cats had turned that fabric covered thing into a 5-year scratch hair. Oh, no. So I might just get a metal frame for...
Go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that sucks that they scratched it. Yeah, a metal one would probably do better because then they won't want to scratch it.
Right.
But yeah, you can usually find a used bed frame pretty cheap.
Also, that place where we got the microwave. So furniture stuff too. There's a place like that.
Yeah, like a what was that place? Cons? No.
We'll look it up and tell you. There's a place where we bought the microwave. It's like factory seconds or something like that.
Yeah, or they get overstock.
You can just check it out. We'll look it up because I can't remember the name of the place. I'll let you know.
But also,
near you.
Yeah, resale shops.
Yes.
I know sometimes, different ones like Goodwill and stuff will have them priced. But look, for discounts or, who knows if you have one of those buy nothing groups where you're at.
Yes.
Shauna's the one who told me about those, and I've joined the ones in our area. You never know. You could put it out there and say, hey, I'm looking for such and such. Maybe somebody would have one that they're about to throw out. You know what I mean? And you could just paint it.
Yeah. Yeah, almost like doing each other a favor. They're getting it out of their house, and then you're getting it.
Yeah. Laura said, mine was supposed to arrive today and it hasn't. Oh,
Aw.
Laura, I'm sorry. That sucks. Renee said, is it very chocolatey? It yes and no. I mean,
It'd
it's
probably be pronounced to her.
I would say you get the chocolate note first.
Yes.
But then you get the malt.
Right.
I would say the fudge, of course, it was pronounced, but again, we used the lilies. But in the creamy, it was very malty tasting. With, I would say, it wasn't overall chocolate. It wasn't like the Ketochow chocolate.
Right.
It was more like malt with a chocolate undertone.
Yeah.
Like a Whopper. To me, a Whopper, like you get a little bit of that chocolate at first, but then you're mostly tasting the malt.
I'm just worried about her ordering it and it being too much chocolate for her. You know what
right.
I mean? I don't want to talk her out of it either, though. So I'm kind of like,
right. And I'm just saying, wait till Tuesday.
Right.
Shauna said, I need to work on my YouTube algorithm, right? I try to do that too. So that's why I like watching various things. But then sometimes I'll watch something like that one I watched earlier and I was like, forget this. So of course, immediately when I refreshed YouTube, they're like showing me everything she's ever done. And I had to do not recommend channel.
Yes, I do that a lot.
And then plus I guess because of the fermenting channels and some of the budgeting channels, they're like plant-based or vegan/vegetarian. And I also watch like some on like herbs and stuff, and a lot of them are also vegetarians. And so then I get recommended other vegan channels, and where you could tell because the channel name is like vegan based or whatever it is.
Vegan.
Right. And I'm like, okay, do not recommend. Like YouTube, can you get it down? I'm not like, stop recommending vegan recipes to me. Like, I'm not interested.
I get them too on Facebook too, recommending those channels or groups.
And you see my eyes roll. Rickman said Ovaltine and Postum were the drinks of my grandparents. I loved them as a child. They were non-coffee drinks. Oh, okay. I've never heard of Postum or Postum. Shauna said there is glitter everywhere. And then Rickman told her not to roll in it. And she goes, looks like I already did. Oh, no, Shauna.
Just sprinkle some glue on your shirt first. That'll help pick it up.
Debbie said, have to give a shout out to y'all. Besides my cat's operation and son's accident, oh no, my dog is also gone at the kennel for the next couple of days, and I'm really missing her. Oh, you're really helping my spirits. I'm sorry she's at the kennel. What a day. It sounds like a good day for a drink if you enjoy drinking, or like you said, you had a mocha coffee, which... So Starbucks and Dutch just released their winter coffees or holiday coffees, whatever they call their coffees, but they just released them. Anybody see them? And what is your favorite drink? I asked this in the Warden Report that you'll see next week, but for those that are here now, I looked at them, all of them, Starbucks and Dutch, and I don't know. Nothing really speaks to me. Kind of a downer, honestly. I felt like, y'all let me know if you looked at those and if any were like, ooh, I want to try that. Or, ooh, well, what makes me mad about Starbucks is the only sugar-free flavor they have is vanilla. And to me, that is the lamest sugar-free flavor ever. I'd just rather not have a sugar-free flavor than have sugar-free vanilla. Like, honestly, when I've gone to coffee shops and I'm like, well, never mind. I'd rather not have any flavoring. So that's what makes me mad about Starbucks. So some of their drinks did sound good, but they're not sugar-free, which makes me really mad. But then the Dutch ones that they released today, none of them are sugar-free, But even if they were sugar, I think one of them I probably could do it sugar free. But even hearing them, I was just like, eh. I didn't think it sounded all that good. What do y'all think? Renee said, and razors and men's shaving supplies, all the things in the aisle. Okay, well, so I'm gonna have to pull up the app and see. Thank you. Shauna said, Habitat for Humanity has resale stores. Oh, that's good. Renee said, I was referring to the wish list you made me make. Oh, good. I haven't seen it posted in our group yet.
That's what she was telling you. She's still making it.
Well, you can still post it and keep adding things.
Yeah, it's true too.
Shauna said, you can tell where my brain has been. Laugh out loud. Lately, it's been people who have escaped from some horrible cults. Well, yeah, so you probably need to introduce some other things to your YouTube algorithms. Which we were going to start. What was that show and we decided no? The Leftovers.
Yeah.
Anybody ever watched The Leftovers? What did you think? Melissa said, those Habitat for Humanity resale stores are great. Got some cool furniture and plumbing parts cheap. Oh. And also got enough grout to tile my house twice for $20.
Wow.
They're hit or miss, though. Oh, my gosh.
That's awesome.
Okay. Well, that is good to know. I mean, it makes sense that because it's, they're leftovers. Oh, well, that's, we need to probably check that because if we need anything, like you said, we needed like some trim or whatever. And who knows, they might have like extra cabinets or something.
Where are we going to put them though?
I'm just saying if we needed it. I'm just saying. Never know what we might need. Thank you for that. Shauna said, just add meat.
Right.
Yeah, and I have never thought I'd say this. Too much heavy whipping cream or half and half, not appealing to me. Right. And that's what's kind of soured me a little bit on Dutch is because they did away with the heavy cream. So
I thought you said you figured out one, somebody told you or something like that. What was the reasoning?
Oh, I don't know now. But it is kind of sad. So like last week, I just got the Americano like you said to do. And then added my flavoring and had heavy cream at home and added the right amount because, yeah, sometimes it's a little too much, right?
Like heavy cream with a splash of coffee.
That's what it feels like. Rickwood said, I'm turning into Cinderella. It's time for me to go to bed. Have a great weekend, everyone. See y'all Sunday. Good night, Joe.
We're not too far behind you.
Shauna said, I probably have at least 15 sugar-free flavorings myself. So are you opening a coffee shop, Shauna? Shauna said, yeah, I saw the flavors, was not impressed. Right? I was kind of let down. The one that sounded good was the snow cap, but it's a cupcake and it's not sugar-free. And according to one site, it said that they only do it in a freeze option. But I thought Dutch could do anything, any style. But anyhow. Debbie said Starbucks used to have several sugar-free flavors and then just kept getting rid of them. That's why I like Dutch because they have tons of sugar-free flavors. It's worth the 2-hour round trip. Wow, Debbie, 2 hours for a Dutch. Now that's hard, but some days it's worth it. Yeah, they did. And I was reading something on that because I think Starbucks released their peppermint one. I do love peppermint, y'all. And when they released it though, I was like, well, I remember they used to have a sugar-free peppermint. Nope, not anymore. I'm like, why? And they said it's because sales were not good. And I'm like, if sales weren't good, that means you weren't doing your marketing job because Dutch has all of these. And I've been to some other, even local coffee shops that usually have 2 or 3 sugar-free flavors, but just one and vanilla. That's just so lame to me. Shauna said, okay, this last comment, and then we're going to call it a night. Shauna said, if I know ahead of time, I take my own to-go mug with butter in it. Right. That's what you did here. Yeah, I wonder if I could do that tomorrow. Put butter in it. and then say, hey, just pour the Americano. Last week, all I did was I got home and I then whipped up some heavy cream and poured that in there. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. You know, what we'll see. We're going to go to get to Dutch tomorrow, so we'll see what I get. I don't know if I'm going to get the sugar-free peppermint mark again, or I was thinking of an Americano